What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all know what it is, Trigger Ranking. Wherever y'all tapping in from, let me know. City, state, Providence, country. You want to donate to the channel, you can cash at me. It's up at the top of my description of my page. You want to follow me on any other social media sites, all of that is up there also. So yeah, with that being said, we about to kick out. First one we kicking out today on a nuclear reactor tip. We doing Poetic Flacco, and we talking about Tory Lanez.
Hats off for a solid effort, man. I'm a Tory Lanez fan, but it's over, man. All right, Megan Thee Stallion has won, and I'm gonna say, hey, man. All right, I can't even hate the player. I gotta hate the game, man. The justice system has made it easy to frame men. That's just a fact, okay? Megan Thee Stallion performance against Tory Lanez is probably the most brilliant. Bryant. Carolyn Bryant did what she did to Emmett Till. She lived another life, and when she died, white folks are still on Twitter right now saying Carolyn Bryant did nothing wrong. She innocent. So Megan Thee Stallion, to be honest, there's not going to be any repercussions, any consequences. She got away with it completely. The California Appellate Court has apparently denied Tory Lanez's appeal. They have upheld a conviction in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting, telling Tory Lanez, listen, man, okay, you got to do these 10 years, buddy. You can't make your way out of it, okay? Let's read. So Tory Lanez and his supporters have long maintained his innocence, claiming there was sufficient proof that he was the shooter and that he was not the shooter and he received an unfair trial.
I still to this day don't think that Tory Lanez shot that girl. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Oh, but in the ruling, the appeals court said there was no reason to undo the verdict. Peterson contends the trial committed a number of errors. The appeals court wrote, we find no prejudicial error and accordingly affirm Peterson's conviction. A spokeswoman for Lanez did not immediately return a request for comment on the ruling. Legal experts are questioning the competency of Tory Lanez's legal team. I think I even seen Tory Lanez's biggest hater, Megan Kunis, even said at some point she feels bad for Tory Lanez because reading like the arguments that were made by Tory Lanez's team, it was laughably bad. I'm not a legal expert. She is. I guess other people who are legal experts will review the appeal and you tell me if the arguments were bad. But what I would say though, when reading this particular appeal, it wasn't as explosive as I thought. So I particularly thought, oh, they'll be addressing everything. Not quite, right? Tory Lanez brought up a couple of errors, and a lot of them was pretty like minute. It wasn't like, yo, Your Honor, Kelsey did this shooting. No, it wasn't that, right? It was Tory Lanez kind of bringing up like certain things, like for example, Tory Lanez said, hey, yo, they showed a picture of me with my shirt off in court. The shirt and like with my shirt off, I got a big gun as a tattoo on my chest. Well, them doing that, like, created prejudice for the jury, right?
But that's kind of like why Melly covered his neck up because I think one of the dudes that was in the group that he allegedly killed, he had a tattoo of him on his neck. So a lot of times when he would go to court, he would have the tattoo covered up.
It created an image of me that's not fair. Y'all got to overturn this because, like, that's wrong. I didn't get a fair shot in court. And the judge says, no, buddy, no, that's not, no, no, Tory. In any event, the record does not support Tory Lanez's contention that Exhibit 18, which by the way was a picture of Tory Lanez after being arrested, right? So Tory Lanez like got arrested. They took like a photo of Tory Lanez and Kelsey. And I don't think we've seen a picture of Megan, but we've seen a picture of Kelsey and Tory Lanez. And they showed that picture in court with Tory Lanez's shirt off. So he says, Exhibit 18, which is that, injected racial bias into the proceedings. They didn't see no evidence of racial bias being injected into the proceedings when Exhibit 18 was displayed. The prosecution did not offer the photograph as evidence of any alleged gang affiliation. There was no gang allegations in this case, and no one ever suggested that Tory Lanez had any gang ties, the prosecution offered Exhibit 18 and Exhibit 19 and 20, and the court admitted them into evidence solely to show the identity of the individuals officers swabbed for gunshot residue at the police station. The record does not reflect whether Tory Lanez was wearing a shirt when police stopped his vehicle. Megan testified that they just emerged from the swimming pool. She was wearing a bikini and Harris was in a swimming suit too. And the reason why they included that is to show that they didn't tell Tory Lanez to take off his shirt. He didn't have a shirt when he was in the car because he just came from swimming. Tory would also say that because the judge said that if Tory Lanez take the stand, the prosecutors will be able to admit music lyrics of his into evidence, that steered him away from testifying. So hence, he believes his rights were violated because he didn't testify and defend himself because of the threat the judge made. But when they read through the court transcripts, not Supreme Court, but the California Appellate Court says, the judge said that if Tory Lanez take the stand, because the prosecutors were trying to admit lyrics into court, like I believe like songs where Tory Lanez was like chopping up horse meat, like Megan Thee Stallion claims that was Tory Lanez dissing her, but who knows, right? But the judge actually said, listen, you can't admit it, but if Tory Lanez take the stand, then we will review it again, right? If you take the stand and you want to submit more things to ask him about, then we will review it on a case-by-case basis. And the appellate court don't believe that was enough or like that was an error or like that was egregious to where Tory Lanez didn't get a fair trial. The judges from the appellate court would actually say that Tory Lanez mischaracterized the entire record of what the judge actually said. So the record shows, Tory Lanez asserts the jury did not hear Tory Lanez's account regarding the night in question because the court ruled that if he testified, prosecutors could introduce his music video and rap lyrics during cross-examination. The judges will say Peterson mischaracterizes the entire record. Midway through the defense case, the prosecutors told the court he was asking to inquire about prior acts of violence. If Peterson testified to rebut the character evidence put on by the defense, the court replied, well, I think the state of the evidence as it is now, I would not allow that. Of course, I don't know what he would say if he testifies. It may become relevant depending on what he were to say, but at this point, I would exclude that. They would also address DNA evidence. So for example, they will say, look, the DNA testing of the Luger revealed a profile of at least 4 people. They will say that Tory Lanez was not excluded, nor was he included. And his contribution was inconclusive. DNA testing at the magazine also revealed a profile of at least 4 people. Peterson was not one of them. No use.
So how you shoot somebody if your fingerprints ain't on a gun?
Fingerprints were found on the gun or the magazine. I've always had a hard time believing that if Tory Lanez shot that gun, his DNA wouldn't be anywhere on the magazine and his DNA would be inconclusive on the actual gun itself. I don't know, bro. If he touched that gun, because they didn't find no gloves on Tory. So if Tory Lanez touched that gun and bust 5 times at Megan Thee Stallion, I don't feel like there will be inconclusiveness on the actual gun itself, and I don't think he will be excluded from having his DNA on the magazine, right? But according to the appellate court, that was not enough. That because it was inconclusive, they couldn't exclude.
Where you tapping in from?
Him completely, so hence, they can't overturn no possession or gun charge, okay? Now, here's what I would say, man, regarding this stuff, man. Listen, all right, the appellate court affirmed their decision. Tory Lanez and, his legal battle is now an uphill climb. Megan Thee Stallion defenders now have all the ammunition they really need. I mean,
so it look like he gonna have to go do his whole 10 years, bro. It ain't no getting out for Daystar Peterson, better known as Tory Lanez. Damn.
The appellate court denied the appeal. So all the evidence that Tory Lanez and the state representatives were releasing in favor of Tory Lanez, where's that evidence at now when he went to appellate court and had it denied, okay? Now, does this really change the battle of public perception? I don't think so, man. I feel like at this point in time, if you believe Tory Lanez, you believe Tory Lanez. If you don't believe him, you don't believe him. I don't feel like this is going to change anybody's mind, to be honest.
With Fire TV, there's no more searching. More time for you time. Here is everything I found at Ashley's biggest sale of the year. Hot buys start at just $199. I found this bed and
they affirmed his conviction and they're refusing to let him out. He's going to have to serve his full 10 years, and after that, I assume he'll be deported because he's not American.
I don't think anybody owes Megan an apology for what? Just because the sentence went through, that means, how does that change the dynamic of the case?
No, people feel like they thought it was a lie and this and that. So him appealing and the whole thing online with he was paying bloggers to try to spin the narrative in his favor, and it didn't work. So now they're saying, do the public, the people that, doubted her or whatever, or spoke ill about her during the case, do they owe her an apology? I don't think anybody will go back on it. Most people hate women in general.
Okay, Tim, knowing me, what do you think my initial reaction when this happened? If you had to guess, whose side do you think I was on, if you had to guess?
I would want to say the girl, but I think...
Yeah, I was on the girl's side.
Yeah.
And I felt really stupid within a matter of weeks.
Why, though?
Because, all the evidence that was coming out kind of showed that she was capping, right?
Y'all know my stance. I think Megan Thee Stallion is a liar. But we do have to be fair here at some point. If Megan Thee Stallion made allegations against Tory Lanez, and they went to court, and Tory Lanez was found guilty in a court of law, and then he went to an appellate court, and the appellate court affirmed that guilty verdict and affirmed that decision by the judge. At what point do we...
I mean, ain't nothing we could do. That mean that they basically could lock you up for nothing, bro. That's what that means.
Okay. We might not like it, but we got... But as Americans, we gotta have some faith in the justice system. All right? Because...
This will definitely make you lose faith in the justice system. This right here...
I'll be real. And the reason why I have to be real here, and if let's just say a friend of mine, okay? If a friend of mine went to court and got found not guilty in court, and then the police did something and tried to overturn it and bring him back to court, and then that got shut down and his not guilty verdict was affirmed, if I went on the internet and somebody is calling my friend guilty, it's smoke. It's smoke. So because I have that level, and that's where my logic and moral consistency sits at, I have to keep it consistent now. If my friend was found not guilty and his not guilty verdict was affirmed by the appellate court, then I would have to say my friend is not guilty. Nobody better say he's guilty. Well, then if I sit back and say, okay, well, Tory Lanez was found guilty in court, the appellate court declined it, at some point, we have to find where is the meter? Where are we taking this at? What will be the bar? Because is the bar right now, there's nothing you can hear or see to prove that Tory Lanez is guilty outside of the footage of him shooting her? Or are you saying there's a bar that Megan Thee Stallion and the prosecutors and the justice system, there's a bar that they would have to meet to convince me, and they just haven't met that bar yet. And then I'll ask, what's the bar? Comment that below.
And did it? Why she got immunity?
I gotta figure out the bar is why. How the hell can somebody shoot a gun that didn't have DNA on it? Like it should have had his DNA on the gun.
Yeah,
But everybody, that's a lot of people's take is that the friend did it. But if that's the case, why the poor person, the person with the least money, is getting to walk away clean? If I was Tory Lanez, I would be doing everything in my power to get this in jail.
She got immunity.
You have to aim at somebody else.
She's not
conviction.
No, it's not. She's not. The friend is not.
Oh, the friend not.
That's what I'm saying. The friend ain't nobody.
Once you sign immunity, once you get immunity, it doesn't matter. They can't convict her.
The thing about Tory too, I think Tory trying to uphold his gangster image, so he don't want to come out looking like a rat.
I don't know if Tory ever had a gangster image. Y'all seen him fight?
He's still trying to get down with.
Damn, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second, man. Yeah, I would check out Pull the Flock over. Yeah, man. I feel bad for Tory Lanez, man. Damn. We're going back to Poetic Flacco, y'all. One more. Then I'm gonna try to find something else.
On the Rory and Maul podcast over their Grammy tape.
We can go back to Rap Album of the Year. Do we feel like they missed anything? I was not mad at all the nominations this year, to be quite honest.
Before we go to that,
kind of.
You know what's gonna piss me off? When the official nominees for Best Rap Album at the 2026 Grammys are Let God Sort 'Em Out by The Clips, Glorious by Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly by J.I.D., GNX by Kendrick Lamar, Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. GNX is going to sweep and it's going to piss me off because The Clips deserves to win, and that's not Kendrick
Kendrick just
Lamar.
opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Until I opened up that Blue app, I didn't even know that this was a controversial tape. Because when Clips dropped their album, it was universally agreed upon this was the best album of the year. Now, GNX dropped towards the end of 2024, so it still counts towards this year. But that Clips album was phenomenal. So anybody thinking, hey, this album should get it, I didn't understand that it was controversial. That's until I hopped on Twitter, man. And Kendrick fans were not happy about this, right? Now, to be fair to Kendrick Lamar fans, this was not all they said. I think Rory called Kendrick Lamar a Grammy darling.
Jamal.
Where's your
Jamal.
I'm just saying the boy is prophetic. That's all I'm saying.
He's a Grammy darling. That goes without saying. Do we think Alfredo 2 should have been in here?
Absolutely.
Okay, but what do we take out?
GNX.
I mean, congrats to everyone in this category. I think they'll give it to Clips.
See, this is the reason why GNX is on there, because he put it out at a certain allotted time where it's going to be able to get counted with this. But you got to remember, the last Grammys, y'all, GNX was out, but it was going to be judged with this year. So that's what made it different.
Let God sort him out, but won't give it to him in the Album of the Year category. I don't think they'll snub the Clips twice. Predictions, I'm going Clips. Damaris, you say GNX. Maul.
Predictions, not who you think should win.
Predictions? Oh, yeah. Kendrick.
Yeah, I think.
You know that. We know.
What would y'all's preference be? Who do you think should win?
Clips.
Yeah, Clips.
Clips. I'm going Clips too.
Clips for sure.
There used to be a time in rap where you could give a music tape and the music tape would just be a tape. Not no more, man. And I'm not just gonna blame Kendrick Lamar fans, or in fact, it's not even the fans, because the fans for the most part just care about good music. I would say the stands, the bots. I'm not just gonna blame them because the bots exist on both sides as well. There are Drake stands, there are Drake bots that Drake can't do no wrong. Drake can literally drop something that we can all recognize, okay, this is pretty trash, but this is the best song ever. Drake is a victim at all times in their eyes. Same thing with Kendrick stands and Kendrick box, right? There's this era of being fair and impartial don't exist anymore, bro. If you are fair, depending on who the fan base is, they look at you as an op on the other side, right? So if you say, man, I really love Kendrick Lamar's music, man, but I don't think he should win over the Clips. They look at you now as if they will look at the Aubrey stand, the Drake stand. You're an op. When Rory called Kendrick Lamar a Grammy darling, I didn't really see that as a diss. And the only reason...
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like, he's saying that because of how expansive Kendrick's Grammy collection is. And I mean, to me, that's almost hating on somebody just because they're good. And I never was a fan of that.
There's a negative connotation to Grammy darling is due to the assumption or the implication of what you believe a Grammy darling is. All a Grammy darling really is somebody who makes music that probably favors to what the Grammy grading system is. However, when you hear Grammy darling, you automatically assume, right, there's an implication that this wasn't earned. That this was given, this is biased, this is not something.
This man earned that GNS album was tough. Now the Clips album was tough too. I ain't gonna sit here. I mean, bro, I listened to the whole thing. The Clips album was, put it like this: if Kendrick would have put GNS out Clips will be getting the our money here. We'll just put it like that. So it's gonna be a little battle between Gen X and Clips.
They have earned it. That's not the case at all. No, I just think Rory believes, Kendrick Lamar makes music that, that's favored by the Grammys grading system. So hence he's always gonna get awards because he's one of the Grammy dollars. Right? They love to reward Kendrick Lamar with Grammys. I don't feel like that's a diss per se. Now, when that clip hit the internet, it was over with, bro. Okay? They went at both Damaris and Rory. For the most part, because they believed that Damaris or Rory was somewhat on their side, or they were Kendrick leaning in their commentary over the last year. Maul, they already knew, man, Maul's an OVO guy, he's out of here, bro. So because they felt hoodwinked, or they felt traded on by Rory and Damaris, the Kendrick Lamar fans took the last 24 hours to try to ruin their lives. In the case of Damaris, they doxed her family, they doxed her.
Damn.
They actually forced her off the internet.
This is Buick.
That's crazy.
Buick.
After threatening to private her Twitter, she decided that she was just gonna delete it altogether, because apparently she had personal information on her Twitter. She had Twitter for about 10 plus years now, so it's really hard to go through every single media, every single tweet, and figure out which type of personal identifying information is on here that could, trace back to my family. So she just took down her entire Twitter, bro. Right? That's how vicious people were coming at her. Some of y'all gotta get a life, man. Doxing somebody's family members over a musical opinion is, who in their right mind sits with themselves and say, hey, I'm about to cause chaos and pain and family members because they don't like my favorite rapper. What is wrong with y'all?
Somebody could get killed behind that. And if they find out, just say hypothetically, if somebody go up and hurt one of her family members, hurt her, something of that nature, and they figured out that the person that actually did the crime to her, and they read one of your tweets and figured out where she was at, you could get charged right along with them because you put that information out, bro.
This is like sick stand activities that we didn't really see in hip hop until the last year and a half. And you tell me what was the cause of the stand wars we're currently watching, right?
Drake.
Now, what makes the Damaris situation even worse was, so people were online trying to discredit Damaris' opinion. She believes that Clips should win this. Damaris like, I'm not biased, right? Like, I'm partial. I don't hate Kendrick Lamar. I like Kendrick Lamar's music. I'm a fan of Kendrick Lamar. But then people began to accuse her of hating Kendrick Lamar secretly. More specifically, saying things like, I hate his voice. Damaris couldn't understand why people were saying she hated Kendrick Lamar, and even dared one fan to provide the receipts that she ever said she hated Kendrick Lamar.
Change our minds. We're not Kendrick Lamar fans. I've said on every platform possible, I hate the way Kendrick Lamar raps. I hate the sound of voice.
Same. I hate his voice.
I hate his voice, and I will not listen to him again simply because I hate the sound of his voice. It does not take away from the talent.
That's wild. Now at that point, whatever they're accusing you of, Baby D, you gotta hold it, man. They got you. You gotta hold. Now that's hate. That is hate. Okay. Now I don't quite possibly see how somebody can go from that to partial, all right, or from that to a neutral arbitrator in this beef. And on those sides, I'm only in the middle. Which, for the most, listen, man. All right, not everybody got to be objective, right? But I feel like where people kind of would get angry. See, Maul don't get no type of backlash because, man, listen, man. All right, I'm Team OVO. I'm a B Team OVO. I'm not changing. That's Maul's perspective. When you play the middle or play the 50-50 or try to play objectivity, well, then you get this level of backlash because they feel hoodwinked, they feel like they've been lied to. But still, it's no excuse to dox like this woman. Like, that's not, y'all are weirdos for that, okay? Weirdos, okay? Now, Damaris' explanation for this didn't really make it any better because essentially what she told the audience was, hey, don't take my opinion seriously. Which, no, you're a podcaster. You're somebody who's respected. Like, I respect the marriage. I respect
So we should take your opinion seriously.
her opinion. We should take your opinion seriously, and you shouldn't say things that you don't mean.
But I don't just say things I don't believe for the sake of conversation. Sometimes I say something I know y'all, I post a video like, yo, they not gonna like this one, but it's gonna be sad. But I'm not just saying BS for the sake of conversation. So she's admitting her podcast, or at least her, will just say anything for the sake of conversation. So she's trying.
Basically, she just gaslighting the situation.
Tell us, like she's sending a mixed message. On one hand, she's saying, yo, we changed our mind. On the other hand, she's saying, yo, I just said that for the sake of conversation. This is a terrible response.
Then she says, yo, I speak for 2 hours, 3 times a week, every week for the past 5 years. I don't remember nor agree with half the stuff I've said in that time frame.
If you have the opinion, we're not asking you to agree with everything. But if you have any opinion that, yo, I hate this rapper for this reason, I don't like this rapper. Yo, we're taking that as your honest opinion. It's fine you don't like Kendrick's voice. The issue isn't that you're not remembering what you said. The issue is you were trying to pass it off as if you never said it, as if you were trying to spin narratives about it.
Once they got done with the marriage, they redirected their attention to Rory. Now with Rory, I'm not really cancelable. No, but they really tried to ruin Rory's career. Like, they really went for the jugular with this one. So with Rory, they pulled up old tweets. I'm reading these tweets currently out of context. Rory hops on Twitter Spaces and eventually explains the context for almost every tweet that we're about to read. So in one tweet, Rory says, retweet G*_Greg, son. There are way worse baby names than Blue Ivy. Laugh my A off. Rory says, like the hood rat name Beyonce. In this tweet, I believe this was a reply to somebody. Rory wrote, "You're big, fixing her makeup in my rings," N-word. In another tweet, Rory writes, "White guys like some ugly black chicks." In one tweet, it says, retweet at Yemeni Dirty. I've never saw a good looking black woman. In one tweet, it was retweet Natasha Flawless. Do your black eye mother and grandmother know you don't like black women? He wrote, no. And this hit the timeline. A lot of people were like, hold on, man. This ain't the Irish McNasty we know. Well, what's going on here? Now, Rory took the Twitter Spaces to kind of explain a lot of this. Now, some of the tweets he would say, yeah, like those were just.
Yeah, that's looking bad for him, though. Like, we're outside these people, we let these people into the culture, and they feel like that. Like, bro, you got a black girl on your show, and you say you never seen a good-looking black woman. That's crazy.
Like, cringe jokes that I made that I shouldn't have made. But the other tweets, specifically the ones that says, like, retweet, you would have to help up the marriage, and they would actually break down how those particular tweets are actually out of context.
You can't explain your way out of that one, bro. I never seen a good-looking black woman. That's, you can see exactly what he was saying, bro. Then he said N-word.
We leave so good, I'm drinking we American vodka.
Context.
Hey, well, what this was, I guess it started off as a joking matter, and then it got serious, and what I did, I'll be a hypocrite, I'll be a two-faced about it and say, I think it's a golden opportunity for you to just apologize for whatever jokes may be insulting or offensive to black women, and just keep it moving. Again, I'll speak once again, this is Grant, I'll speak to a person that I've known for well over a decade, and Rory has never shown me.
Right. Honestly, it would feel disingenuous if I apologize for something that I would not even say or mean whatsoever. Trying to be disingenuous. Like, I'm not about to apologize for a tweet saying I find black women unattractive. Everyone on earth knows, the people that know me know exactly the complete opposite.
Rory, at least no more weed.
I'm not about to apologize for that. No, I'm not going to apologize for that.
Hello? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm on it. Like my Safari, not the actual app. So the tweet referring where it says RT, I've never found a black man tracker in my life. You know what? I'm not blasting. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, I'm at work.
It's because I hate black women. That's why he cut you off.
Cut me off. But you know what? Shout out to Peach just brought up to me. That wasn't even somebody tweeted that. I said that the wrong way. That was when you used to fake a RT that somebody said something like so that they could get canceled. You made a fake RT so that the person that you RT would get in trouble for like Remember, it's hard to explain if you weren't on Twitter back then, but when you used to put RT and then like say somebody said something and they never said it. Yeah, that's what you were doing. Rory was trying to get the person that he said that to. Yeah, he made it right.
That to me.
But if you put, I think they always try to explain that because if people weren't around when all that was happening, they just really won't understand. They just won't understand that.
I don't think that was a fake RT. I mean, I think that before you had the repost button, you would tweet out RT. And
Okay, yes, I understand.
No, but you can also fake the RT and put it at somebody else's act and say that they said the tweet is real.
These tweets date as far back as 2011, between 2011 and 2014. I was in middle school in 2011, bro. I wasn't on Twitter like that in 2011. I'll be real with y'all. So that particular trend or era is far like before me. So I wouldn't know. I would probably rely on you guys who's watching this video, who was on Twitter at that time. Y'all tell me, was that a thing? Now, regardless though, what I would say is there's no excuse for the tweets. The tweets are wrong. I feel like Rory knows the tweets are wrong, right? There's no excuse for it. But do I believe that those tweets are proof that Rory is a racist? I don't. I don't think Rory is a racist. I feel like Rory has a pretty solid track record over the last, 10 years since he's been online or has been a public figure. So I don't believe that Rory is a racist. I'm not co-signing those tweets. I feel like those tweets are bad. They're wrong, and he shouldn't have wrote it. Even if it was a joke, he shouldn't have wrote it, said it, period. It stops there. Is he a racist? No, he's not. Do he hate black people? No, he's not. I think Rory has only dated black women, right? So I don't think Rory thinks black women are ugly, right? Because, his current girl, I think, is a black woman. His last girl was a black woman. So
I just talk. But let's have a conversation, Rory, since you're so scared to actually talk about why you were saying out these tweets being anti-black. Do you think that you're a racist, Rory? When you think about the definition of racism or prejudice, let's get technical because you're a white man. Right, so no, I don't have a power. Another race. Do you think that you hold stereotypical prejudices when it comes to African American women? Let's start slow.
No.
Why not?
We're starting slow. What do you mean?
Why not? So why do you not believe that you hold stereotypical prejudices against black women? And before you answer, remember we see your tweets. We black and lace front blind, ghetto crayon colors. That sounds stereotypical. That sounds racist. That sounds like prejudices. Let's keep going. You're fixing her makeup in my rings. N-word. What's the N-word, Roy? Is that nice? Is that nasty? Is that naughty? What's the N-word, Roy? Can you say N-word, Roy?
No, that's why I says the N-word.
Okay, so what's the N-word? What's the N-word, Roy? No, what's the N-word, Roy? Why can't you ask questions, Roy? What's the N-word?
I don't say the N-word, sir.
Okay. I'm not talking to you, black woman. Let me talk to Roy. And she never blew up. And you met a chick in the club named Beyonce. That money she had blue weave in. These are your tweets. So remember this, Roy. All right. Just lie to this face. I'm just saying this face. You see what I'm doing? See, you're not gonna be able to do that to me, white boy. They're gonna have to mute me. They're gonna have to kick me off the stage. You can't only talk to me, white boy. You might go white. I live this. I have to pretend this. White boy, just be quiet. You said you were here for a conversation. Why are you talking on? The conversation is.
Damn, I'm talking fast.
So you need to shut up.
No.
So that's what we're talking about. The question was, shut up, black woman. The question was,
the worst of Rory. Those of you who did think the worst of Rory, probably a group of people who gave a pass to Anthony Fantano and said that he was taken out of context, and Anthony Fantano, what do you mean, right? Those was 5-10 years ago. Oh my God, wait up, pulling up Osa. Oh my God, y'all are desperate. Those same people are trying to cancel Rory for old tweets as well, right? So again, man, I'm all for be consistent, all right? Be consistent with your moral compass. If your moral compass is telling you that it doesn't matter how old it was, it doesn't matter the context, they deserve to be canceled, then stick with that. But if your moral compass is telling you Anthony Fantano gets a pass for saying all type of N-words because you like him or because he's a pro-Kendrick person and he hates Drake, so hence he gets a pass. But then you want to cancel Rory because Rory says that, like the Grammys should reward Clips with album of the year. I don't know, man. All right, like I said before, there's no excuse for what Rory tweeted. All right, there's no excuse whatsoever. But do I think Rory is racist?
This shit crazy. All this shit came up because of goddamn. How they felt about who getting the album of the year, bro. Like, it threatened them folks' family. That's crazy, bro. It's not funny, but it's so sad that it is kind of funny, bro. All right, we're going to The Sauce. So mixing up with Clarissa Shields and Remy Ma.
Popeye's $6 big box is back. 2 pieces of signature chicken or 3 tenders, 2 sides and a biscuit. One serious deal. Make things.
Alright, so check this out. The other day, Clarissa Shields shocked the whole internet community and the hip-hop community when she showed off her engagement ring, which made people believe that Papoose got down on one knee, pulled out the big diamond ring, and asked her to marry him.
Hold on, bro. This is crazy.
Come in and vibe with me real quick. What's down here first? Man. Y'all know that your girl is a foodie. Duck fried rice, baby. Duck fried rice because we were in the UK. And I ordered me some jerk wings from another Jamaican place. I'm gonna give y'all the names of the places in a minute. Where else is she at? That's her mom put a beat out. And stuff. You see this little other ring on my finger? Bling, ding, ding, ding. Engaged.
So they got engaged. I know. I want to see what Remy Ma got. I know she's fusing now, but she chose to cheat on Papoose, so that's what she gets. And play stupid games and get stupid prizes.
You don't have kids. If y'all want to see my outfit that I'm wearing, go on my Instagram page. Just post up some pictures right now. Got done eating pizza, chicken. Girl, overfeeding. No. That pizza was so average.
Now, after Clarissa Shields made the official announcement and basically told people to save the date,
We got technical difficulties. Hold on, y'all. Let me see.
a lot of people were confused and they were scratching their heads because they were like, yo sis, how you getting married to a man who's already married? For example, one person said, engaged to a married man with a cluster ring.
Hey, bro, these people that be in these comments, bro, they be so funny, bro. Like,
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Man, these people be hilarious, bro.
My A off, and then somebody else was like, when's your wedding? When's his divorce? And then
Listen, bro, they said she got engaged to a married man, and her engagement ring looked like a cluster ring.
last but not least, somebody else said, she must be marrying Remy too, because baby, he still legally belonged to Remy.
Dang.
Alright, so after Clarissa Shields basically said her man put a ring on it, a lot of people found the whole situation hilarious, but other people were very concerned because they were like, yo, does this chick not understand that Papoose is over there Don King her?
Hey, Don, why'd you rob Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali like Barack Obama robbed us?
Because I love them. But just so nice that they would give me an opportunity for me to make them rich so that I could rob them, because they were poor when they came to me. Nothing to rob.
Well, Don King was a piece of shit. This is true. And he did take advantage of me because he only did that because I allowed him to, because of my trust. You know what I mean? I'm just the person that when I'm with you, I give you my all. And I was under the impression that they were people like me. They always, I fed into the bullshit that we're together, we're brothers, we're gonna fight together. And anybody would love to accept that. Everyone wants to be a part of a family, it's have a goal and accomplish a goal together. But he had different ulterior motives than I did. He's a fat piece of shit.
Now, the reason why some people believe that Papoose may be over there Don King and Clarissa Shields with that gumball machine ring is because if you remember...
That man, I don't think he's doing that, bro. I don't think he's doing that.
After him and Remy first broke up, Remy Ma jumped online and said that as far as Papoose is concerned, Clarissa Shields is just a come-up.
I told Papoose. I told them. Why don't you tell us? Why don't you tell your current come up? So that's what it is. Tell your current come up. Don't say nothing about me. Maybe not even say nothing about you until she is what it is.
A few months ago, Remy Ma also said that Pap is man manipulative and controlling. And after they broke up, he was mad salty because she actually found a man who was able to give her compliments even when she wasn't paying his bills.
When he realized that a regular nigga that can rap, but just not the way we do it. By the way, he makes $50,000 per battle at about $5-6 a year, so he makes at least $40 million a year. You understand? Great credit score. I never seen a person with a credit score like this in my life. Like the richest people that I've been around. But anyway, unlike some people who beg me to add their name to one of my properties and I have a lien on it because they don't pay taxes. He couldn't believe, he couldn't fathom why him. So I said there, she was saying, why hit me, why this? What are you fucking lying? What are you lying? He was devastated that a regular nigga that used to work for sanitation, got a pension plan, got a 401k, that happens to rap, was able to overcome your manipulation, was able to treat me nice. Not just because the camera's on, not just because people are watching, but because he genuinely felt like that. Not because I was paying his bills, not because I was taking care of his kids. None of that. None of that. And then after I created my battle league from 23, I helped him make another battle league that's popping. He signed himself to, he literally that day signed himself to Split Your Records and dropped the single the same day.
Okay, so when discussing Papoose allegedly giving Clarissa Shields the ring, some people said that she's dumb as hell because she should have never said yes to a man who asked her to get married less than 2 weeks after she signed an $8 million contract.
But now with this deal that we have here with the $8 million 2-year deal, it was a $3 million signing bonus. So that's before I get inside the ring. That's what makes it so lucrative. You know, I'm only 30. I have, so in 2 years, I'm 32 plus, who can't count. And then I'll be trying to retire at 38. So I have 8 more years, so just be getting my just due right now until like I'm getting both of my 1 million. I'm supposed to get both Olympic gold medals. And then we have 19 world championships, 4 undisputed titles, and 5 different divisions. There's a lot of math and stuff going on here, but I feel like I'm finally getting my just due. And I can't, and this would not have been possible. It wouldn't have been possible. Y'all about to, you know, don't say it. It wouldn't have been possible without Papoose. Papoose and me and Records have been working together for about 3-4 years now. And since I met Ruben, he has been just so nice and so open. And the last fight when we had so much success at Ellis where we sold out 16,000 fans, that was because myself, Papoose, Win Records, and Sleep Promotions all work together collectively to make that work.
Now, in addition to saying that Clarissa Shields was a fool to say yes, other people on the internet were like, wait a minute, not so quick, because something ain't right. Because we know darn well that Papoose did not go out and buy this woman a world championship NFL NBA size Cuban zirconia crockery cluster ring that looks like it came out of a Cracker Jack box.
And Clarissa Shields as a fan. We don't do clusters, girl. Huh? As a fan, we don't do cluster engagement rings, girl. Come on. I know nobody in your camp probably told you. And listen, I'm not knocking you at all, because this is something that the man's supposed to do, okay? But Clarissa, you are the top female boxer in the world right now, baby girl. You don't deserve no cluster. We do solitaires. Even my TikToking ass know that.
You know, the only thing that's crazier than that girl showing off her ring from a married man, her engagement ring to her fiance who's married to somebody else, is y'all in her comments putting pictures of y'all's rings in her comments because y'all say her ring ugly. That is so rude. Like, that's like proposing at somebody else's wedding. Like, yeah, I see your big, gaudy, ghetto, ugly ring, but look at my pristine diamond. Why y'all doing it to that lady? Leave her alone. If he preferred that young lady, why would he sit there and buy her that big ass Super Bowl ass ring like that? That is a class action lawsuit ass ring. I would have never been so proud to be like, ding, ding.
Well, she said a class action ass lawsuit. What he motherfucker.
This engagement ring.
Goofy.
That looked like a class alumni ring. Out of all rings.
A class alumni ring. Not again, not again. But they say that shit look like a class. Oh.
Up there as showmanship. That's what you decide to present to the young lady. I get it. Love is love. Love is love. I feel like you could have went a step further in presenting something pure. That don't look pure nor genuine. Why would you want to have a heavyweight ring on that girl's finger and you supposed to love her? That don't look nothing of girly. It don't look nothing of girly. It don't look nothing of it. You can have it like.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. At least he was able to get her a ring, so that's all that matter, bro. Like the man love the woman. And you know, Papoose, they from the hood, but you don't know about no damn female jewelry and all that shit.
They look dull as fuck. I'm really shocked, but not shocked because from what you proven, ran it right at the end of the day, and Papoose, you had experience from your first wife. I know Remy would never accept that type of ring. So for you to present something to that young lady like that, that's not right.
Oh my goodness, y'all are right. Because if she likes her ring, what difference does it make? Listen, tell me down below. Does it matter that Clarissa Shields' ring looks like it might be a World Championship, NFL Super Bowl ring, as opposed to an engagement ring? Anyhow, it may not matter, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why it may not matter is that according to internet detectives, Clarissa Shields may be out here trolling all y'all. Because according to them, the video clip that Clarissa posted showing her ring is an old video from a few years ago when she was actually engaged to somebody else.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Billy China.
Oh wow,
update.
this
Clarissa
crazy.
has called up.
This crazy. See, that's good marketing. That's great marketing.
Goofies and told us that this video was from 3 years ago. My question is, why is this video circulating if it was from 3 years ago? Now she just made this post now maybe 3 hours ago in her stories on Instagram, but why would you make this post on TikTok, right? She says she is not engaged, Papoose hasn't proposed to her because Papoose is married, so, and I guess we ran with it because the fact that she's talking
Yeah, y'all ran with it. They had me for a minute. They had me, bro. Like
about having a baby, she is actually with Papoose and they hear out loud loving each other or whatever. But I will say this, I am glad to know that she is not proposed to. This is not a good ring.
So after Clarissa Shields jumped online trying to make it seem like Papoose got down on one knee, some people were trying to figure out why she did it, and other people replied by saying that it's because she's desperate and thirsty for attention. As a matter of fact, one person even brought up the fact that about a week and a half ago, Cameron called her a stalker and also said that she was beefing with him because one time he didn't acknowledge her as the most recognized and watched female boxer in the world.
Female stalkers before, but it's usually after I fuck them. I never had a female stalker that I did. And this is kind of new for me. So this is actually what happened. I did the face-off between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. I'm reading the cue cards. We talked about this last week, but I'm gonna fool my audience who don't know. I'm reading the cue cards. On the cue cards, it says, the most watched women's fight ever, Katie Taylor against Amanda Serrano. I don't know what's the most watched female boxing match. Now, don't get me wrong, I love female boxing, but I never studied who is the most watched female boxing match. So I'm just reading what's on the card. After that, she goes on a DMs me, yo, you got that wrong, champ. Da 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 da. I'm the most watched female fighter. Fine, I said congratulations, but after last night, which was the next day after the Jake Paul main event with them, I said you got some catching up to do. Cool. After that, she says, I look forward to breaking records. I put fire. The next day after that, she goes, does a 20-minute interview dissing me. Cam is trying to rewrite history. Cam don't know what he's talking about. Cam is crazy. This means he don't like black women. Da 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 da. I'm like, bro, all I did was read what was on the cue card. How I'm trying to rewrite history. I didn't know who was the most watched, but I did know after the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, and they co-main event, it was 50 million, 60 million, whatever it was watching them. All this turns into Cam don't like black women. Cam is hating on me. I'm trying to rewrite history. I didn't know the history. So then I left it alone. I said what I said on the show.
It's crazy.
Then she tagging me in videos talking about, yeah, Cam, look at this, and that, third. So I left it alone. She tagged me again. So I DM'd her back. I said, this is stalking at this point. I don't want to give you the attention you don't want. You're going to get the attention that you don't want. I'm telling you. I said this in the DM. She said, let's go at it. And that's the way it went. I'm just a funny nigga. So I just started clowning her. After I'm clowning her, she go back and forth. Look, sir, I don't know you, homeboy. I don't know nothing you do but box. I have no opinion of you. I don't care if your fight was the most watched or not the most watched. My nigga, I do not know you from nowhere. So that's all the back and forth, but I was just having fun with it over the weekend. And she was putting up shit, I was putting up shit. But everything she was putting up, she don't know what the she's talking about. I got robbed. I never got robbed. Nigga tried to take my Lamborghini from me. I said no. I got stuck behind it. No disrespect, I'm not saying that's a smart thing to do. But you don't have your facts correct. When you get your facts correct, I'll tell you you're right, but all your facts are incorrect. Look, mister, I don't know you from nowhere. I hope you enjoy your life. I hope you have fun, but I don't know you. I'm not trying to rewrite history. I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. You don't have the most watched boxing female match ever. Ever, period. So that's all it was. That's what happened over the weekend. Whole shit is over the viewership. It all started, I'm trying to rewrite history. That's all it started. Then what happened was, I said, listen, you got 15 fights and 3 knockouts, good. So she put up murder, she puts up, I'm mad I'm not in the studio, my flight got delayed. You gotta get me out the murder. It's up to you to get me out the 2 with the demons. I wanted to be in studio for this, I'll be there tomorrow. But the point being is, it's all over viewership. That's all it's about. And then I put up, look, you got 15 fights and 3 knockouts. So she put up, you wanna be the 4th knockout? So I put up when she was sparring with a nigga and the nigga knocked her out. And she ran her car to get her knife. I said, you from everything I'm learning, because I learned about this girl all weekend because people tagging me. She want to fight every nigga. She want to fight Gennady Golovkin, Keith Thurman, what's my nigga Porter, the nigga Porter. She want to fight niggas. So I'm like, if you really a nigga, just say you a nigga. I don't know what you are at this point, but she has a problem. And when she want to fight Jake Paul, she want to fight mad niggas. So I showed her when she was fighting nigga.
She need to fall back from that. Fighting niggas, bro. She need to fall back from that. That ain't it. I'm gonna tell you that ain't
the clock. Stop playing with people like that. And then she got mad.
Listen, let me know what you think about Clarissa Shields posting the ring to make it seem as if Pat proposed to her, then coming back and saying, "Psych, gotcha."
Damn, she said psych. We gonna try this King Academics joint.
It's wrong
doing King Academics page.
Considering I'm also sitting toast crunch.
Fair use.
Irrigation. We gotta go watch this shit. Okay. Where is it? Do we have the raw footage anywhere? That's Melly. Let's see if we can find something out there. Over 20 minutes. I can't find that. This week. I guess this might be the only thing.
Leaked interrogation footage of YNW Melly's friend Jacoby Mills has surfaced. He gives up details about the night of the murders and the morning after when everyone was at Fredo Bang's house. This footage is insane. This is Melly's friend who was in the other car with leaving the studio that night, giving up details to the police. I don't know how this video got out there. This girl named Mickey Truth was the first one to upload this. Go subscribe to her. This shit, my jaw is on the floor. Hit subscribe, let's go boys. I'm not sure why he's in custody. I looked up his name, I couldn't find out what he was in jail for, but bro starts telling everything.
Here you go. You didn't do anything wrong, man. I just want you. I'm not worried about you're not in any trouble.
I already know what y'all here for, here by, trust me. I already know. My nigga dead and gone. I already know what y'all here for.
Well, it just, which one were you close with?
Both of them. Every last one of them. Every last one. Every last one.
So he's clearly upset because his boys got killed, you know what I'm saying? What would you do in this situation?
Who would you say you're close with, Zach or Julie?
Zach.
You went to high school with Zach?
Went to high school with Julie a little bit too.
No, I just want to know what you saw that night. I don't know.
I don't know if I'm gonna break it down to y'all, cause this why I'm gonna tell y'all, like, y'all probably think I'm crazy. I'm telling you, brother, that rap shit, that shit not where it's at, bro. I don't know what be going on with that shit. Shit not where it's at, bro. No cap, like, we had a studio before we go to New Air Studio. So boom, we go home, we beat them, cause we 2 cars deep. We got the red car, we got the Jeep that we crashed, remember?
Yeah.
So boom, we go home and meet up with Sack Gun, cause it's me, Melly, Portland, and AD, my dog AD. Adrian Davis. So boom, we go to the other studio, we go to home, link up with them, now we going to the other studio with 2 cars deep. So boom, we get to the studio, we not
To the New Era studio, who was driving, who was in what car, who was driving?
And Portland was driving, Sack was in the passenger seat, Melly was behind Portland, and Julie was behind Sack.
Bro just gave up the seating arrangement. They already knew that from the footage, but...
We in a red car, it's Tate driving, Fetty in the front, he got Dre. AD right here behind Tate, and I'm getting in behind Fetty. But I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. I tried to go get in the car with, what's the name of them, cause Julie had to go back inside and shit, get some weapons and shit, whatever. So I tried to go get in that car, but when I tried to grab the door, I got pushed back to the red car. But nobody was there.
Who pushed you back to the red car?
Nobody. This God. I'm letting you know now, this is God. I did it the second time to make sure I wasn't tripping. So I tried to do it again. And then put me back over there to the red car. Cause we back then, like, You put,
Yeah, I seen the video.
yeah, so we'll get in that car.
Okay, so this guy is saying he was trying to get in the other car. And by the way, there's an we can pull up the full video of the studio.
Yeah, they got the video of them coming out of the studio, like getting in the actual, I think it was an SUV. And they do got that video of all of them leaving together.
Surveillance, YNW Melly. This is when they get in the cars. And this goes towards the idea that maybe this was premeditated, right?
October 26th, 2018. A seemingly normal night at a recording studio in,
I think this is Sack Chase, I think?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But what happened just hours later would shock the hip-hop world. Cut to CCTV footage, image being still of Melly and friends leaving the studio. Narrator. Newly released surveillance footage shows rapper YNW Melly walking out of the studio with his close friends, Christopher YNW Juvie Thomas Jr. and Anthony YNW Sack Chaser William.
I think this is a guy right here that's on being interrogated.
Narrator. Minutes later, the group drives off in a Jeep. These crime scene photos, blurred for sensitivity. Narrator.
This is Melly.
At first, police believed it was a drive-by.
So remember, this guy, he was about to get in his car.
But evidence quickly pointed to something far more sinister. Investigators allege that YNW Melly staged the entire scene, executing his narrator.
Oh, never mind. I think it's in this car. I thought it was a red car first. What the fuck?
I thought it was a red car too. That other car I can't see that motherfucker.
Now, together has become a haunting symbol of what went wrong that night. Fade to black. Narrator. Was it fame, money, or who's behind?
Hold on, sorry, sir.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Like, that's wild. We got some technical difficulties, y'all. Damn, cuz Wi-Fi acting up, man. Should I try one more time? This is crazy. I almost made it to an hour though. I'm gonna go to club shit. Nightcap. I'm going. This is an old one, like 3 weeks ago. Oh, it looked like the Wi-Fi went off. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. No, it didn't go off. Should still be on. Hold on, y'all. Something ain't right.
What's your favorite sports funk, yo? Don't forget to hit that subscribe.
We're checking out Nightcap. Basically, it's Shannon Shaw was basically going through all this, the finalization of basically the deepest, darkest part of what he was going through. Basically, he didn't get over it, but he had to handle it, and I think he handled it like a man. So
Community on YouTube. Remember, not
See, that's perfect. You see, let me write you a love letter. Recite some Shakespeare to your girl.
Hold on. I thought I'm saying got somebody say they've been married in 2 years.
Yeah.
You heard that joke? Show live for show.
Yeah.
Hey, just so y'all don't see me, I'm listening and watching now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you married? Hey, Joe, you married?
Nah, close enough. I ain't married. Close enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen. Hold on. Stay with me.
He just ain't got no paperwork.
Listen, this is what we can do. We can all make this official and have a trifecta wedding.
Hold on.
This nigga always got a extraordinary idea looking ass. Yeah, but he cool though. Yeah, Chad Ojo. That nigga said we gonna have they gonna have a 3-way fucking wedding, bro. Like,
I'm official. I just ain't got no
Chad be coming up with some, that nigga be coming up with some whimsical. Hold on, listen to this shit, bro.
Hey, Joe, you married, huh?
Nah, close enough. I ain't married. Close enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen. Hold on, stay with me.
He just ain't got no paperwork.
Listen, this is what we can do. We can all make this official and have a trifecta wedding.
Hold on.
Yeah, we can have a trifecta wedding.
I'm official.
This nigga here.
I'm good.
Yeah, we back.
You probably watching.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get you. I'm picking up what you putting down. I got you. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Joe be knowing. Yes. You feel me now? It's time. Hey, Ocho. It's time to come on. It's time to come home.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's about that time. Hey,
Yeah.
We not getting no younger.
Nah, I ain't.
Hey, Joe, I tried to explain to Unc. I say the older we get, the chances of getting what we want, it becomes slim. Because what's available out there right now, don't nobody else want. Because that's why it's available.
Ooh.
You hear me?
Hey. You get a certain age, you get what you can, not what you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the pickings is slim now.
Hey, it's a tough time to be dating now, boy.
Hey,
Yeah.
what? Hey, boy, I waved my white flag long time ago.
I remember, we got back to school clothes. It was like a week before school. Everything done been picked over. Right. Hey, Joe, it wasn't no early. We get the last 2 weeks. Everything done been picked over. Everybody else that tried the jeans on, that tried the shirt on, that had their feet in the shoe. That's where they came up. Because I remember when I was coming up, Joe, people be trying the shoes on just their barefoot. Yeah. You ain't had no socks. They just started. You laughing, Ocho, I ain't lying. You people had their breath like, damn. Hey, let me get them what he just had.
But that was back in the day. So, but hey, it's time to come on in, Ocho. It's time to come on home. Ooh, man.
It is what it is. And I'm at fault too. I'm at fault too.
Yeah, for sure.
As I've gotten older, I struck out, huh? I've struck out. But you know, I'm back at the plate. That's the one thing I love about baseball is at some point, as much as you strike out, you will get your opportunity to be at the plate again. And right now, well, I'm about to hit a home run.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know my problem was Ocho?
Call me Vagero.
Shohei Ohtani?
No, not
Shohei.
Ohtani. What's
Aaron Judge?
No, play for the Blue Jays.
Oh, Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
I'm Guerrero Jr.
That nigga's out Guerrero Jr.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, the thing was, you know my problem with Ocho?
Talk to me.
Looking for perfection.
Ooh, take your time.
It ain't that one. Well, she the perfect height.
Uh-huh.
She was the perfect complexion.
Come on
She
now.
had the perfect build. She had the perfect. Bro, you not gonna find all that in one. You just listen. I've come to the realization. I've got to find a woman that have enough of the qualities that I'm looking for, that I'm willing to overlook the ones that she don't have. Woo! It took me 57 years to realize that there is no such thing as perfection, although we constantly try to achieve it.
Talk to me.
So now I'm like, okay, that's enough. Right. You're enough.
Yes.
You're tall enough. You fine enough. Your complexion is enough.
Yes.
Everything is enough.
Come on now.
The complexion.
And it took me a while to realize that, because I'm like, I'm trying to be perfect. Hell, I want the perfect person.
Yeah.
That's why I ate the way I ate. That's why I trained, because I was trying to be perfect.
Yes.
Shannon, and my sister just said, Shannon, you realize you're not gonna be perfect, right? You realize you flawed. You are flawed. I don't know why. We all are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like,
listen. I would love to be a therapist. I would love to be a counselor for my sisters, because they have expectations. And I love people having expectations and having wants and needs and wanting requirements for people that they date to meet those qualifications. You hear me? What y'all laughing at?
I'm listening, bro. Yeah. But here's the thing, though, Ocho.
But stay with
Go
me
ahead.
real quick, huh?
I want to hear this one.
What are the chances, if you ask a woman, Joe,
Yeah.
if you ask a woman, what is she looking for in a man? You hear me? And she'll run down the list of all the qualities and all the requirements that she wants. And it's a Build-A-Bear. It's not real. The expectations aren't realistic. So everyone is looking for this not imaginary, but you'll meet a guy that'll meet half of what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Nah, he ain't no good. No, he work at Sears. Oh, he work at Macy's. I can't do nothing with that.
Ocho.
Yeah.
The easiest thing you'll do is to get with a person. Getting with is the easy part. Staying is what's hard. Man, basketball came easy to Joe. Football came easy to you and I. But guess what we had to do? We had to practice. We had to study. We had to lift weights. We had to train. All that goes towards work. Working. You see? Everybody gets to the relationship, and then that's it. You got to work every single day, because the person that you met yesterday is not the person today. The person that you go to bed with tonight, gonna wake up. And so now, instead of finding a reason to break up, can I find a reason to stay? In the words of Earth, Wind, and Fire, can I find a reason? Just one. Can I find one reason to stay?
The reasons that we share. That was a classic song right there, man. Yeah, you making sense, man.
The reason that we
love games been played. All of our reason was
Come on now, take your time.
Right. So now, it took me a while, because Ocho, man, you hey, damn. Nah, Shannon. Because at the end of the day, the way she looked today, She ain't gonna look like that 10 years from now. Hey, 20 years from
I
now.
was just telling my older brother that shit. Cause he sent me a video of some lady. She was like a preacher. And she had, we'll just say she was blessed in certain areas. I don't want it, because she's a pastor, she's a minister. I don't want to, play with nobody, preacher, nothing like pastor or whatever. But yeah, we'll just say she was blessed. And I told him, I was like, she not a bad looking woman, but bro, I ain't nothing I can do with that, bro. Cause like the minute I touch her, bro, she gonna blow up. Like she gonna be like a trans. Like, if she think now, bro, I need something like Zanaya Bear. Like I need something like that, bro. Give me something like Zanaya Bear, bro. Shit.
And that booty that's up on her shoulders, yeah, it's gonna be down by her knees, and you gonna need to pick it up.
The ass gonna be dragging in the sand after a while. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you could get with a girl with a nice shape, but make sure like she more so on the slender side, bro. Like
It won't by with the care.
I mean, if you don't mind your girlfriend looking like to be built like a dope boy baby mama, shit, go ahead and do what you do, bitch.
A silhouette that you can see. Right. Now, when she get about 55, 60, it's gonna be dragging in the sand on the beach. You gonna know what you went, hey, what my girl? Okay, I see a trail. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta accept that, Ocho. Yeah. Because you know what? I walked by the mirror the other day and I was like, damn.
An MSC cruise isn't just a vacation, it's a holiday. With European style like this stunning architecture.
And
I ain't the same guy no more, Ocho. Man, you lost it. Ocho, I'm telling you, I used to compete in a booth from 25 feet away.
Hey. That man said he could be in a booth for 25. Yeah, no, we gotta run.
That's how you all
We gotta run that back. Oh, we gotta run that back. Hold on. One more time.
I ain't the same guy no more, Ocho. Man, you lost it. Ocho, I'm telling you, I used to compete in a booth from 25 feet away. That's how you all was, Ocho. Hey, I ain't got no more. What happened? Hey, you say you ain't got it like you used to. I ain't got it like I used to. I like, well, damn. I'm like, I'm not terrible. Right. But I'm looking at how I once was. Right. And so if women were to judge me by what I used to be, as opposed to what I currently am, right, I don't get nobody. Dang. I know I used to weigh. I walked around at 235 with 5% body fat. Okay. 3%, 4% body fat for years. Right. And so I'm like, you know what? I need to give people grace like I'm asking people to give me grace. Hey. Hold on. What you saying? You fat now? Nah, I ain't fat. No, everybody, no stretch of the imagination. Okay. Hey, I'm saying his bounce back ain't like it used to be. Yeah. His bounce back ain't. Yeah. Damn. I'm just saying the baby arm ain't what it used to be. That's all I'm saying, Ocho. That's all. That's it. We ain't going no further. 26. Yeah. Damn. I'm just saying the baby arm ain't what it used to be. That's all I'm saying, Ocho. That's all. That's it.
I thought he said the baby
26. 26. I'm gonna be back. Champ, stay with me till 26. My bad, Thanos. Yeah. But you have to come to the realization, man, and I've come to the realization that, hey, it is what it is. Hey, I ain't 27, I ain't 37. Hey, just gotta keep kicking. Hey, I just put one foot in front of the other, and just keep going forward.
Well, we back. We all the way back.
No. We all the way back. But you better believe 26, it's gonna be on the tracking.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be part of some of that cool stuff y'all got going.
Yeah, the reason why y'all fell in love with Uncle Ocho nightcap. 26.
26.
Yeah, 2 more months. Yeah, y'all know. I got these jokes. I ain't in the joke telling business like Quake, but I got some. But man, this man. When you what I'm saying, you drive, you just spend a lot of time. I've had a lot of time to think because, my grandma used to say, boy, she said, you either walking into the storm, you in the storm, or you walking out of it.
Yes,
She said, everybody going through something, son.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Boy, and when you in that storm, when you in the eye of the storm, the eye of the storm dropped down in New Orleans, Katrina. That was the eye.
Yeah.
Boy, you don't know if it's ever. Like, when is this gonna be over? How much longer?
Man, hello.
Where do I go? When does it end?
Yeah. Hey.
But
the eye of the storm could be out.
Ocho, I read a quote many, many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It said, a lesson that's not learned in blood is destined to be repeated. I had a conversation with my brother probably about 2 months ago. And he called me. And I said, well, he obviously knew what was going on because I called him and told him her time. And then something else came out. Then something else came out. Then something else came out. Then ESPN came out. He said, Shannon, there's a lesson in here somewhere. For you to be going through what you're going through, there is a lesson. It's on you to figure it out. Yeah. I said, man, I sure wish he said, you know what? He said, no, that's not the plan. He said that if you knew what it was, you would circumvent the lesson.
Right.
He said, no, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He said, you'll figure it out. Yeah. And people, when y'all see me, I don't want y'all to have the wrong impression. But
that was life-changing money, bro. Like, that kind of money right there, bro. The kind of money he gave that girl, boy, she gonna be a set-up shop, bro.
Very guarded now.
Crazy, bro.
I'm very, very guarded. I was always on alert, but I'm on high alert.
Yeah, you got it.
Because I really don't know who I can really trust. Because what I've seen over the last 6 months, there are very few people that you can actually trust.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah. Very, very, very few. And there are people that said some things, and it's gotten back to me. But I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And we had this conversation, Ocho, about being down, and then people feel like they can pile on.
Yeah.
But I'm just very, I'm very matter of fact. I'm very, hey, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. I'm going about, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm on my way. Because I don't want people, I had a conversation and Chef, because if you stay too long, Ocho, the more people, and this is what I had to learn, and somebody told me this, they say, Shannon, the more people you become involved with, the more stories there is to be told.
Yep, exactly.
Circle gotta be crazy small.
Exactly, bro.
The more people you're involved with, Shannon, the more stories there are to be told.
Bro, that's why it's good to be by yourself, my nigga. For real.
Okay.
I like that. American vodka.
That's crazy.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I appreciate you, Ocho, because you're like, hey, when you text me, Unc, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to go through, we going through it. You ain't by yourself.
Till the wheels fall the fuck off. Shit, you gave me the opportunity.
There are so many people, Ocho and Joe,
where I'm going,
that used to call that used to text,
Yeah.
I ain't heard from them since this happened.
But that's all right, though. That's all right, though.
Man, please.
Yeah, keep it moving, baby.
Maybe this is what, I don't wish this on anybody. But what it did do is it really showed me who's really, really there.
Right.
There are a lot of people on the peripheral. When things were going well, when we were at the apex and getting invited to everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ain't called. Ain't called. And I'm talking about, we were talking once a month, twice a month.
Right. Are we gonna come back?
But I see.
Yeah, and you know, I think about too, Uncle Joe. You had to think about, you know, what you had to go through. You know, I've been in the eye of that storm too now. Big time, in front of the world.
Yeah.
So I had to take my licks. I had to
You
take
got
my
it.
And I had, hey, Joe, what them calls stop? Ain't heard from nobody. My circle was always small, so my same circle was right there, you know, to lift me up. But I already knew I was gonna sit for a minute.
Yeah.
For a long time, Joe. It was quiet for maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, you know how long 6 years is?
Hell yeah.
Nothing coming. No, nothing. You just, and then here we go. You give me an opportunity, you know, while everything is back going, motion is going good.
Yeah.
And then you think I had a nerve to jump ship just because you going through what I had to go through years ago. What the fuck I'm going? I know what it's like.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the chat, everybody say Stephen A. No, I will say this. Stephen A has called me and been there every step of the way. I will say that. I will say Stephen A has reached out. He's called, asked me anything. Juvie, he's like, man, Juvie just wanted to say, hey, that's his boy. He just wanted to say, hey, you good? Hey, you good? I'm good. I'm good. Look, I know a lot of people say a lot of things about Stephen A. All I can attest to is the way Stephen A is with Shannon. And he's been great because when I went through what I was going through at Fox, he was there. When I was going through what it is, he was calling anything I could do. What can I do? I won't get into private conversation that we have because that's between he and I. Right. But there are a lot of other people. But a lot of parcel of land. A few. Quite a few. But you know what? I've been down before. This public bashing and ridicule and scorn and humiliation.
In there.
Take your lumps. But it took me a while to realize, like, hold on. You call the people that you're closest to. Brother, mom, sister, kids, best friend, Bucky Burns. You explain to them what? They say, bro, we good. Once I got to that, Ocho, you and I talked about this. Man, look, it is what it is. I'm gonna be all right.
I ain't even want to hear it. We good.
Sunshine follows rain.
What time the next show?
Right.
Hey, Joe, that's all I want to know. What time is the next show?
That is exactly what he said. He did what he
Hey man, y'all check out the Nightcap, Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, and I forgot the other young guy that was on there. Trying to find some. Hold on. Let me see. This is how many hour 8 times. This is insane. This is wild. No paperwork. Damn. Let's see. This is a little bit of Trap Lord Ross. This is Trap Lord Ross that we all reacted to.
All right, people, we've got a brand new tranche of Lil Durk paperwork that's just landed, and I've broken it all down. I've had a read of the new paperwork. I'm going to really try my hardest in this video to keep my opinions out of this, okay? If you followed the last couple of videos I did on the topic, I did a video basically saying that
I wonder if they said something to him or some shit.
I didn't think that maybe some of the moves that Durk and them were making were really as powerful as maybe some people were making it out. A lot of people have been upset with me for sharing my opinion on this case and giving my thoughts and, maybe some instructions as to if you were creating a meal and, you were considering perhaps some ingredients were cooked. I'm not going to say that in this video. I'm just going to break it down. I'm just going to give you guys the facts. I'm really going to try and keep my opinion out of this and just let you guys determine it yourself. I do have my opinions on this. I'm going to keep them to myself in this video, right? Durk's coming home, it's what you guys love to hear, man. Durk's coming home, they got nothing on him. And if I pull up anything in this paperwork that looks like they got something on it,
damn. So
we're just gonna close our eyes on that, okay? We're just gonna ignore it, we're gonna be ignorant, we're gonna just I'm just gonna try and read this objectively, all right? But I do feel like there's some stuff in here that actually is really favorable to Durk. And I do think personally, I'm going to keep my opinions out of it, but I personally, when I read this earlier, I think there's a couple of things in here that are actually not only not a good look for Durk, but also just makes me think that his legal team maybe isn't as hot as some people have said. Let's play a little game. I'm not going to point it out. I'm not going to give too much my own opinion in this one. You can spot and let me know in the comments the little segments of this where you feel like, okay, his team's actually falling a little bit short in this situation, okay? So let's get to it, man. Let's get to this paperwork, right? So this is courtesy of Durk All Day, Durk's imaginary lawyer on Twitter. Shout out to him, man. I know he probably ain't feeling me right now. But, okay, this is the latest, right? So this is a reply in support of the government's motion to impanel an anonymous jury. And a lot of people said I repeated myself a lot in the last video, but, a lot of this stuff is repetitive. They're making the same points. They're hammering everything home. And essentially what's going on is the government basically...
But that's definitely what a legal case is. They have to keep reiterating the things that they want the person to get, found guilty on.
Go back at Durk and saying, look, everything you said about why this jury shouldn't be anonymous and how you're not a threat to what's going on is absolute baloney. That's what the government is saying. They're saying that you are a danger to the jury. To request that the jury isn't anonymous, to request the jurors' names and addresses is literally putting them in danger because you OTF members are quite literally thirsty to slide and, have witnesses touched, have witnesses interfered with. Even your fans, you're sending them to interfere with witnesses. That's not me, all right? Obviously, as you know, since the last video, Durk's coming home and there's no evidence on him. So let's just look at what the government are saying.
So let's see what they talking about, y'all. Because this, 20 hours ago. Let's see what they talking about.
In this case, and I'm just gonna read it.
He ain't doing them, just reading the paper, but we'll play that shit till we find something.
Really gonna try my best, all right? It's just not. But it's just, man, it's just breathe. But okay, it's just we're all right. The oven's not preheated to 400. Nobody's getting cooked. All right, Doug's coming home. He's innocent. It's all good. No one ever slid for Von either, and nobody innocent got killed. And as a society, we should just let that slide. All right. Without further ado, okay. It says juror confidentiality is just one of the security measures this court should adopt to ensure a fair trial, prevent improper attempts to influence jurors.
I needed to fire my entire company.
You get one business do-over. What is it?
Nothing.
Are we going to self-talk? Y'all check out self-talk. Y'all go to this video.
So in today's video, we had to talk about Steve A. Smith and Gary Champion addressing each other live, man. They didn't hold back on each other, man. Carrie Champion finally got some things off that she wants to say to Stephen A. Smith, like how he called out Jasmine Crockett and just the way that he carries himself when he calls out Black people versus when he calls out a white person. Because remember, we just did a video covering how Stephen A. Smith called out Michelle Beadle. And that brings everything all together in this video because Michelle Beadle is the reason why Carrie Champion is even calling out Stephen A. Smith in the first place, because she chimed in on, you know, their little beef or whatever you want to call it. Carrie Champion was like, yo, how come Michelle Beadle gets to call you out and you don't even?
So it sounds like a little bit of cooning going on.
Say nothing. But yeah, when it's a black person or a black woman or whatever, you have everything underneath the sun to say. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know the clip that I'm talking about with Michelle Beadle that kickstarted everything.
And life's too short. The morning of my last day on Get Up, as Greedy was giving me a heartfelt goodbye, and I awkwardly sat there, as I was leaving the set, they started a promo that Stephen A. Smith will be on the show tomorrow. Like, it is him. So let's stop acting like the guy gets worked to death. It's him.
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm like, he made you look like fools for handing him a blank check in the first place, because he doesn't even give a shit about the stuff that he's paid $1 gazillion to talk about, and now he's turning around and turning that into a money-making opportunity. Yeah. And then the money-making opportunity turns out it looks like it's a fraudulent crap business to begin with. Honestly, I'm not a religious person, but I pray for the downfall. I really do.
It's gonna be amazing.
Damn. That's cold-blooded.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gross, man. You gotta have principles.
And that's the reason why Carrie Champion chimed in on the Stephen A. Smith, Michelle Beadle thing. Let's check out what Carrie Champion had to say, address Stephen A. Smith live. Here's that clip right here.
Stephen A. I played that Michelle Beadle clip for one reason and one reason only. I'm old enough to remember being on that show and getting in trouble based on some comments you said about women and whether or not they should know their place when it comes to abuse or non-abuse. Ray Rice comes to mind. Not going to get into the details of all that. But Beadle just came for you yet again, like she did when I worked at ESPN. I wonder, do you have that same smoke for her that you have for Jasmine Crockett, that you have for Michelle Obama, that you sometimes display for me and Jamel Hill? Do you have that same smoke? I'm sick of it. Keep the same energy. And I call you and I root for you and I say, hey, I got your back, I'm happy for you. You keep that same energy, sir, for everybody.
Yeah, so that's Carrie Champion calling out her former colleague, man, her former co-host over there at ESPN First Take. Remember, she was there with Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, Carrie Champion. That was a lineup at the time for First Take for quite some time. And yeah, man, so she had called out Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith caught wind of the clip. So let's check out what Stephen A. Smith had to say, responding back to Carrie Champion, addressing him live over his beef with Michelle Beadle. Here's that clip right here.
Let me get to somebody I do know. At least I thought I knew. And that's Miss Carrie Champion. I was taken aback, and I think the word shocked does apply when it came to this Michelle Beadle brouhaha. You should be ashamed of yourself. You just said, Carrie, you called me, you root for me. Why would you root for somebody that called you out in Jamel Hill, who's your good friend? Because it's never happened. Never. I've shown you nothing but love. What are you talking about? You were hired at First Take in large part because of me. You stayed as long as you stayed and had the support of the people that supported you because of me. Do I need to get bosses to confirm that I'm telling the truth? You know I can. When we see the diverse people that come on First Take, black people, women, the list goes on and on. Who did that? That wasn't happening when Skip was there. That was me. What are you talking about? When have I spoken against you? When have I thrown shade against you? When did that happen? That is a lie. Me? Doggy champion? When? And if I did it, why did you call me and root for me? What are you sick of? Or did you just want the attention? You see,
that's crazy, dog. Like, That's why sometimes it's not even good to be in the public eye like that. This is good to be like on the back side of everything. Like I see why a lot of people, don't let people know they got money, don't post on the internet, shit like that. I see why.
We're going to have a deeper discussion right here and now because I'm sick of this. And I'm not going to be scared by women that I have loved on for many, many years as a colleague and as a contemporary and watching folks back. It doesn't mean everything that I'm going to do is going to please you. But y'all are talking without facts.
So he's saying she capped.
Here are the 5 things you need to know.
Omar Jimenez, what should justice look like?
But y'all are talking without facts. We want to talk about, like Michelle Beadle talked about, other people. Ask John Skipper. Ask Connor Sheff. Ask Norby Williamson. I'm usually not supposed to give out names, but what I'm saying to y'all is, whether it's Dave Roberts, it's Burt Magnus, it's Jimmy Pitaro, or anybody else, ask them my support. For numerous people that have walked through the walls of ESPN, including you and Jamel Hill. What are you talking about? I didn't want Jamel Hill to leave. I've been on the air religiously stating she's a miss for us. Highly intelligent, very accomplished, good peoples. What are you talking about? When? Can somebody here please find something that on the record when I'm on the air something talking about Jamel Hill and Kerry Champion? So, you were at the tennis channel.
What's gonna happen is Jamel Hill gonna come out now. And when Jamel Hill come out, it might be smoke. She might have smoke for this nigga, bro. I don't know.
And I brought you over to ESPN, not just me. Had to get approval. Had to get Skip Baylor's support because he was the #1 guy. Who you think did it? Who you think did it?
That's crazy
I can get into a whole
Skip got kicked off for I don't know if he got kicked off or he left ESPN to get more money. But he went to ESPN and started the show with Shannon. I used to watch that shit every day. For real, every day that shit come on, I watch that shit.
Not necessarily ending up
Undisputed.
If Skip had his way or somebody else had their way, it was me that stopped that. This marvelous, talented black woman who magnetized towards the camera, had a flavor and a style and a flair about her that I thought would serve the show well. Ask Jamie Horowitz. Ask him. What are you talking about? That's a lie. I have never failed to support you or Jamel Hill. How dare you say that about me? How dare you say that about me? That has never happened. And if I disagreed with stuff, I keep it silent. Just like the brothers and sisters were silent about Jesse Smollett. Like Dave Chappelle said, we supported him without silence because we knew his ass was lying. That's Dave Chappelle, not me. I'm just saying, the point is, I did not do this. What are you sick of? Are you sick of the attention you're not getting? Because you're not on ESPN anymore? I didn't ask you to leave. It was your choice.
So that's Stephen A. Smith responding back to Kerry Champion comments.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna mess around and ESPN gonna crack the code and they're gonna mess around and have some real fine women up there on some sports shit for the cheap, for the Lolo. They're gonna work for what they did. It might be, yeah.
Called her out, man. And he also threw Skip Bayless under the bus. Like, yo, if it was up to Skip, you would have been long gone. But I vouched for you. And, you know, I had good standing with you. So he was kind of caught off guard that Kerry Champion will call him out. And in my opinion, he seemed emotional about the situation because he had a different tune when he was calling out Kerry Champion than Michelle Beadle. Because remember, Stephen A. Smith was like, I don't even know Michelle Beadle. I don't know this woman. Never really only said but 2 words to her. Other than that, Michelle Beadle would try to stop me from coming on certain shows that she was on. So, you know, I don't have a relationship with her, so I don't know why she has this issue with me or anything like that. But with Kerry Champion, it seemed a little bit more.
I feel like with the other lady, I feel like he probably thinking in his heart that he helped her and stuff like that. But
Showed you guys this video.
I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm just reacting to this. I don't know what happened. I'm just listening to the details and trying to, you know, figure something out. But,
so, you know, it did look like they had a decent relationship. I don't know what made it go sour. Maybe Kerry Champion is just trying to chase some clout, some views or whatever. I don't know why she would call him out if what Stephen A. Smith is saying is true. Like, yo, we had no issue. We had no problem. Like, I had no issue with you. You know, you can't pull up anything of me calling you out or saying anything publicly. And privately, you know, if I had something to say, I would have just said it to you or whatever. So there's nothing that I did wrong to you. But yeah, man, that Stephen A. Smith responded back to Kerry Champion, man. So I would like for you.
I mean, y'all check out Self Talk. Hold on. Let me see something. I don't know. This is Brown Winston.
When I wake up
And people, it's your boy Brother Winston with another video. Today we're gonna look at this video about Leonard Anna. He's the guy, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy that makes a lot of videos exposing Dr. Umar over the years. Okay, now this video is titled Has Umar Johnson Reached an All-Time Low? I've watched half of this video and then I stopped. I said, you know, I'm gonna make a video on this. You know, I'm actually working right now, editing someone's job here. But yeah, y'all, let's look at this. For what it looks like, I got a few things I want to talk about. Okay, I want to sit and watch this video. This half of it, we're gonna watch the whole thing through, okay, together. All right, so let's go.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is the Prince. We're hanging out with the Nat Turner family. And baby Ifatunde. Y'all said I had a secret son. Y'all said I had a secret son. And here's my secret son. Oh yes.
I think that's supposed to be the temperature here. I guess I'm not sure if this is supposed to be in schools, but I know that it says high 53. I think that's the temperature right now. I'm in Philly here, which is not far from Wilmington, Delaware. Delaware's like an hour away. Let me go check real quick to see the weather here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, today's high was just in the early in a low 50s, excuse me. So today definitely wasn't hot, but the lows is looking like, let me see. Okay, so lows is looking. It actually was colder the other day. I don't know if that video was taken. I see this video from Lennon. It's called Hour Gold. So, and that's what it says on YouTube. Something about updating stuff. So this could be from yesterday. The video that I put up our deal.
Bro, looking on the temperature.
I know the other day we had a day where it was real cold. I was like, I think it was like record cold. I think it was like yesterday, I believe. It was very, very windy and cold outside. So maybe that's what's going on. I wonder, is this actually at their school? Also, as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button so we'll be seen on YouTube. Subscribe if you like the content. Okay, we talk about God, scammers, and trying to expose evil on this channel. Let's get back to it.
Make sure you get to your Dr. Umar down. That's right. You can get him right here. Nat Turner, check him out. He almost as tall as I am. This is
A Dr. Umar dog, bro. Like. These people is really behind with this shit, though.
Make sure you get to your Dr. Umar down. That's right.
Go get a Dr. Ufatunde.
Nat Turner, check him out. He almost as tall as I am. This is baby Ifatunde.
You don't think that the Dr. Umar dog be saying? He'd be like, oh, he pressed a little, pull his arm. He'd be like, oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Nah, that's, hey.
He pull his arm. He'd be like, Black Queens forever.
Hey, nah, when he got down, pull that straight, that shit gonna say, send the cash out. Ooh.
So funny. Black Queens. People probably will buy that too. I'm good.
Gotta go to Freedom Culture Dolls Museum.com.
Freedom Culture
Dolls Museum.com. You know what? Since I'm live, Sister Edge, talk to him.
Peace and love, soul family. I'm super excited here on 11/11 and all this ancestral energy. Here with my husband, here with Dr. Umar, here with our spiritual soul family. And the grand opening of our Freedom Culture Dolls Museum.
She said that shit got down. She said, well, my husband is like, so she was like, hey, this ain't nothing like how y'all think it is. But they did make a motherfucking doll. The doll looked like some, oh my God. What is this doll?
The brown knight. The same blue jean. It's a little tighter than mine, though. I sag in the back.
Shut the fuck up. Thank the fuck up. I like the fuck up.
Old fun for Black creators. After they got caught demonetizing videos about racism, Instagram CEO came out talking about we need to be more fair. That ain't outreach, that's damage control and creators feel it. Some of them started deleting their best content because they tired of seeing garbage go viral while real stories die in the dark. You know how sad that is to hide your own greatness because you know the algorithm won't support it? It's not just suppression, it's erasure. And if we don't expose that, we're gonna keep mistaking invisibility for failure. Let me break this down real clear. This ain't just about content, it's about currency.
Yeah, it's about making what you put out there in the universe come back and, you know, definitely do positive, but also you can get money back from it too if you do the right thing. Like, bruh, we just did some shit. I think that was earlier. Yeah, we did that earlier. Where the lady was calling the church and she said she had a 2-month-old baby and she needed some formula. And the churches that actually gave her the formula, what is it called? Donations skyrocketed. Come on, bro.
I'm real clear. This ain't just about.
And the churches that said no was real salty in the pulpit that Sunday morning, like.
Content. It's about currency. These platforms, they don't just show black chaos. They cash out on it.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Every fight, every meltdown, every wild clip of us acting up, that's ad revenue, bruh. Your worst moment, their biggest payday. They slice it up, throw it in the algorithm blender, and boom. Some exec just bought a second yacht off your cousin wildin' in a Waffle House. You don't get a dime.
I'm tired of this, man.
But TikTok, they got brand deals running next to your embarrassment. YouTube, limited monetization if you talk about race. But premium ads on a fight video, cool.
I don't like where this is going.
That ain't just shady. That's modern day digital sharecropping. We plant the content, they own the harvest. And you know what's worse? Once they realize clown content performs, they build the whole system around it. Copycat prank channels pop up. Fake ghetto skits start trending. Non-black creators start imitating our trauma for laughs. It becomes a clown factory, and we the ones getting clowned. So next time viral clip pops off with somebody embarrassing the whole block, ask yourself, who got paid, who got mocked, and who got locked in the stereotype again? You ever post some real content and it just dies? Like, it's good. Sharp.
That's what I said earlier.
Clean message.
That's what I said earlier, but I got videos I'm talking about stop the violence and all this other stuff, and but that shit got like 1 or 2 views, nigga. Like nigga, we don't want to hear that. I'm like, that's
Uplifting
crazy.
vibe, and the algorithm hits you with that digital knob.
No.
Meanwhile, some fool throws a chair at a Denny's waitress, 2 million views overnight. You sitting there like, did my Wi-Fi cut out? Nah, fam. The system just don't respect growth unless it comes with drama. That's what creators call algorithmic invisibility. It's like you performing on stage, but the curtains ain't open and security locked the doors. Post about trauma, you trend. Post about healing, ghosted. And don't let it be political. You mention racism, justice, black lives, suddenly your reach falls off a cliff like it got evicted. They say, oh, we don't shadow ban. Yeah, okay. Tell that to the creators who've been testing it for years. One creator says she posted a comedy skit, 150,000 views. Same account, same day.
feel like, it should be, me, myself, and others feel like it should be fair across the board. And we feel like it is not being operated fairly across the board. When I had initially filed a lawsuit against YouTube concerning the demonetizing of my videos, they were demonetizing every other video very unfairly.
But it was about police violence, 5K views, and 60% of that came from people who already follow her. That's not a bad video, that's suppression. And the worst part, they gaslight you like, maybe it didn't resonate.
Do you see me fucking laughing, mother?
Nah, it resonated just fine. Y'all just buried it on purpose. So now creators act a fool and blow up, act right and vanish. That's not a glitch, that's the game. And here's the thing, this ain't no tinfoil theory. Creators been speaking on it. In 2020, black TikTokers said we done. They went on strike. No new dances, no new sauce, because their content kept getting erased while everyone else blew up off it. You know how bold that is?
I really need y'all to understand how up it feels to be a black creator, giving your all to your content, knowing that the algorithms are literally working against you. I've seen multiple black creators recently who have theorized, tested, and proved that not only does the algorithm read the color of your skin, but it will also give palm-colored creators more views per likes than if you are brown-skinted. I already know there's going to be multiple people in the comments that are like, deny, deny, deny. But like I said, it's been tested and proven by multiple creators.
Invent the whole trend and get shadowed in your own spotlight? That ain't just bias, that's theft. And folks like Ashley Marie Preston, she broke it down. Algorithms ain't neutral. They trained off a world that already hates us. So what you think they're gonna boost? Mess mockery, meltdowns. Then you got Sophia Noble, professor, researcher, author of Algorithms of Oppression. She said it straight. These platforms reproduce racism automatically. And the worst part, they call it recommendation. Even regular users started gaming the system. Comment for the algorithm. Boost this black creator.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Share before it disappears. That ain't promo. That's digital survival. This ain't random. This is baked in. We in a system that rewards clown behavior and punishes balance. And the more we ignore it, the more it shapes the whole image of who we are online. Not truth, not excellence, just chaos on loop with captions. People love to act like this is just an American problem. Bruh, open your eyes. This algorithm don't got borders. It got bias coded in every language. TikTok ain't just wilding in the States. In Europe, same mess. You type in certain slurs and boom, it starts suggesting videos with black creators like it's a playlist. No context, no filters, just digital racism on autoplay.
Private racism becoming public racism?
In Africa, you think we get to control our own narrative on our own continent, right?
Discover Braun Series 9 Pro Plus. You take one stroke, Braun takes 5.
Isn't it right? Nah, over there, the content that trends hardest, same formula. Slapstick, chaos, clown energy. Try to post about innovation, education, real life struggle, it flops every time. One African creator even said, if I act like a joke, I go viral. If I speak like a leader, I disappear. You feel that? That's global gaslighting.
It's gaslighting.
These platforms carry their bias everywhere. It's not culture specific, it's system specific. The algorithm don't see you as human, it sees you as data. And black drama equals engagement. So whether you in Atlanta or Lagos, London or Cape Town, if you black and you post substance,
today your ass is gonna die, bitch. Say goodnight, motherfucker.
good luck. But if you post a fight, a roast, or a tantrum in public, the algorithm gonna throw you on everyone's screen like it's Netflix. And just like that, the whole world gets fed the same lie, that we're loud, that we're violent, that we're jokes. And that becomes the digital definition of blackness.
Our culture is our soul, and that's not dying tonight.
Now here's the uncomfortable part. It ain't just the apps. Sometimes it's us. We say, they only show the worst of us. But we the ones recording half of it, posting it, sharing it, tagging WorldStar like it's a media outlet. Then we act shocked when that becomes the narrative. Nah, bruh, you fed the beast, then cried when it grew fangs. Some of us literally film folks mid-fight instead of helping. Like, ooh, let me get this angle. This finna go viral. Stupid. Bruh, this ain't content. This is community sabotage. We repost the same ratchet videos on 12 pages. We stitch them, we duet them, we laugh, then complain when the world thinks we ain't got no sense. And let's be real, sometimes folks act up just to go viral, cause the system taught them the more chaotic you are, the more you trend. So now you got dudes fake fighting in grocery stores for likes. Families staging fake restaurant walkouts, grown adults embarrassing themselves on purpose just to chase an algorithm that don't even respect them. And the wildest part, it works because we made it work. So yeah, the algorithm's dirty, but sometimes we the ones handing it the filth. Listen, this ain't about bashing black folks. This is about loving us enough to tell the truth. We better than the way we get shown online.
Well, yes, Lyndon, we are better.
The chaos ain't our culture, it's a distraction. The algorithm ain't our enemy, it's a mirror. And right now, that mirror's cracked. It's only showing the worst of us on loop. But we got the power to flip it. We got the power to boost different stories. Start filming the good, start posting the growth. Start saying, nah, I'm not sharing this foolery today. That's how you starve the beast. Not for white folks, not for corporations, not for clout, but for us.
Which is true. That's why I told y'all, like, go to my Facebook, I got a lot of positive stuff, a lot of creative things, you know what I'm saying, eclectic stuff like that. That's what I do. Like, I'm not on that posting fights and all this other bullshit. Like,
for our image,
that's not
our
me.
Kids, our sanity, for our self-respect. We're gonna fight for justice offline, and we gotta show up with the same energy online. No more clown content on autopilot. No more chaos as culture. No more letting the algorithm write our story. Because if we don't fix this in-house, best believe the world gonna define us by our worst, and that's a legacy none of us deserve. At the end of the day, this ain't about shaming nobody. It's about choosing better, even when the algorithm don't reward it. Because if we keep letting clown clips speak for us, then don't be surprised when the world only sees the circus. We build culture, we build style, we build trend after trend after trend. But somewhere along the line, we let the mess get louder than the magic. And now we gotta take the mic back. Cause yeah, the system's biased. Yeah, the platforms got shady code. But if we stop feeding it, it starves. And when it starves, we finally get our image back. Not filtered through chaos, but through truth. So let me ask y'all this. If your favorite creator only posts wild clips of black folks wilding, are they exposing the system or part of it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what side y'all on. And yo, if this hit home for you, go watch the video that just popped up on your screen. It connects perfectly to what we just broke down. I'll see you on the next one. Panda out.
Secret Clinical gives me triples.
Cops pull up and snatch him. Then somehow, he beats the case, cries on camera, thanks Jehovah, disses Trump, and months later, he begging Trump for a pardon.
Bruh.
Like he is baby mama trying to get custody.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Nah, you can't make this up. This man been wilding, and now he taking a plea? This one have y'all twisted. Let's get into it. All right, so let's rewind a sec. Boosie was in San Diego shooting a music video, just chilling, doing Boosie things. Now, instead of laying low, this man goes live, saying he outside, real outside. Boom, that's all the feds needed. Cops was already tapped in. But here's the dumb part. They wasn't even watching Boosie's IG. They was watching a different dude, some clown named KP2. And this goof posted Boosie in his IG story with a whole gun hanging out his waistband like he cosplaying Juice. Multiple clips, multiple pics with the strap out.
Crazy.
So guess what the cops did? They hit that screenshot subpoena combo, got a warrant, and pulled up. They stopped Boosie's car, boom, the same damn guns in there. Now Boosie, trying to be slick, pointed at his security like, nah, that's his gun. Security looked at him like, bruh, you on your own. Didn't claim it, didn't flinch, just let Boosie crash out. So yeah, that's how the man got locked up. So after Boosie gets booked,
hey, this is funny, bro. Like, it ain't funny, but it's funny, bro. Like, the way they present the story, dog. Like, this is just...
Guess who slides into the scene like he Batman? Whack 100, hip-hop's self-appointed paperwork detective. Whack claims he got proof, big word, proof that KP2, the same dude who posted Boosie with the gun, is a hold foreman, like been working with the cops. Said this ain't even a he say, she say. He pulled up documents, screenshots, side by sides, Boosie on live.
Everyone's always in such a damned hurry. You know what you can't hurry? Find Bert.
Screenshots, side by sides, Boosie on live, and boom, KP2 posting the clip like he trying to get him locked on purpose.
No. The one that was going viral, like it was on all the blogs, side by side with Boosie Live, and then split screen with Boosie Live, like screenshots of both.
That's gone. And the fact that he ducking and running, he ain't answering phone calls on the street, don't look no better. Turn his comments off too. Look, said whack.
He turned his comments off?
Listen, they said whack. Let me tell you what I said what. When you put the letter up, showing his letter to the judge, his name stamped, and at the bottom where he said, I don't want to go to the same court date as my co-defendant.
You know he told him,
So
hold on, he had a post up today talking about asking about my co-defendants, ask my co-defendant about me. He took that post down. Now he just posted 26 minutes ago a screenshot of US 6ix9ine saying never trusted who really hangs out with real life informants.
Hey bro, he can put up everything he wants. That sealed document, you're down with the party, your letter to the judge, still sticks. Let's say Sammy the Bull is my driver, 6ix9ine is my artist, and whoever the field y'all want to put in the car. Let's say all of them with me. What that got to do with you? We talk about, see, whenever do that, that's what I really know. We gonna trust his paperwork though. That's what we gonna trust. It was crazy. We still ain't read the real rule on it. Mickey over there getting all this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, he trying to get some little. He got some little blogs.
Listen to me. He's running right now. He's running like a. Oh yeah, that letter to the judge kills it. Oh yeah.
But here's what made it sus. After Wack blasted him, KP2 ghosted. Ain't answering calls, turning off his comments, disappearing from the internet like he got Rico nightmares. Then Wack drops the bomb. He said this dude even wrote a whole letter to the judge asking for a separate court date from his co-defendants.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Why? Because allegedly he was...
I wonder what they're about to say. I just wonder, because he was what?
Working with the government, trying to stay out the same courtroom as the ones he might be flipping on. And the clown had a post talking about, ask my co-defendants about me, took it down. Then he posted a screenshot of 6ix9ine saying, never trust dudes who chill with real informants. Like, huh? Bro trying to spin the block with reverse psychology. You posted memes like we don't got your court paperwork with the judge's name, the co-defendant request, and your little tattletale moment. Wack said it best. That downward departure still sticks. You was trying to slide out the courtroom smooth and got caught slipping. So after Wack dropped that little snitch bomb, people started digging. And what they found? A full-blown letter to the judge with KP2's name on it, basically begging for a separate court date from his co-defendants. Now, why would someone want a different court date? You ain't in no boy band. Why you want a solo show? Because when you cooperating, you can't be in the same room as the folks you might be flipping on. That's that protective rap protocol. But the weirdest part, the same dude that wrote the letter saying he didn't want to be seen with the others was online posting, ask my co-defendants about me, like he's solid. Bro, if they ask your co-defendants, they gonna say, yeah, that's the same dude that tried to duck us in court. He deleted that post fast. Took it down like a burner account got exposed. Then 26 minutes later, he trying to deflect, posting 6ix9ine quotes talking about never trust folks who hang with real informants. Like, bro, you just described yourself. That's like R. Kelly posting protect the children. At this point, everything he do making him look guiltier. Turning off...
This man said that's like R. Kelly protecting the children. Like, I mean...
disappearing, trying to throw shade while the paperwork's sitting right there like, Exhibit A, Your Honor. So after all that noise, after the arrest, the snitching, the stress, Boosie hits the internet crying like he just got saved at Sunday service.
Going through this stuff ass.
This holiday season, expert bakers, sugar artists,
That is awesome.
and chocolatiers team up to
Going through this stuff ass. Hey. I'm like worried right now, man. Take me a trip across the country, bro. Go to about 3 different countries. God good, bro. He'll make a way out of no way, bro. take me upstairs, everything coming back around. I'm gonna get my rights back, my gun rights back. My bar money back. I'm grateful, bro. Thank you, God.
Man was talking about, thank you, God. They tried to bury me, but I'm getting my rights back, my pawn money back, my gun rights back. Like, bruh, you sure you ain't mixed up court documents with a vision board? This man said he gonna take a cross-country trip, go to 3 different countries, all because his case got dismissed. Sounded like he just beat the feds and the final boss on Mortal Kombat all at once. He even apologized to his kids, said he felt ashamed, didn't want to be away from them over no dumb gun case. Which, cool, that's real. But then here come the internet with folding chair. Charleston White popped up like, ain't no way Boosie cried getting out of jail. I thought you was gangster. Called him soft, said he been praying on his knees. And listen, you know how Charleston talk. It ain't never just criticism. It's full-on disrespect with a splash of church choir.
Say, y'all, I heard Boosie got out of jail crying yesterday. I heard Boosie got out of jail and cried. I've been on my knees. Man, I thought you were gangster, Boosie. I thought Boosie supposed to be gangster. Man, that nigga got out of jail and cried, man.
Yeah.
It's too early in the morning. Hold on, man. Did Boosie get out of jail crying, talking about he was praying all that? Serene,
Charleston White crazy.
Whole internet had jokes. Boosie beat the case and turned into Kirk Franklin overnight.
That nigga said that man turned into Kurt Franklin.
Come on now, dog.
Oh, man. That's funny.
But let's keep it a buck. Of course, Boosie was emotional. He thought he beat the charge. He thought it was over.
Yeah, he did.
No, that was just round 1.
Yeah, they can come
the
back.
Feds,
they just come back. They play games.
Man, if Boosie thought the judge was rough, he wasn't ready for Charleston White. Charleston saw them Boosie tears and said, this the same dude y'all said was gangster? Crying on live like he just watched The Notebook? Bruh said Boosie was on his knees praying, thanking Jehovah. And Charleston was like, too early for this. I'm out. And y'all know how Charleston moves. He ain't just clowning Boosie. He talking to the whole internet. Y'all always screaming free the real. Well, now he free and he pick a struggle. And to be fair, Boosie was going hard on the gratitude, thanking God, calling it a miracle, saying that hate got humbled. Man said Jehovah came.
But that's crazy because now he got to go back and do time. That's wild work. But yeah.
But 4 months later, them charges came back like a toxic ex. So now folks like, wait, was that God or just the prosecution taking a smoke break? It ain't even just Charleston White. The blogs ran with it. The comments cooked them. Memes of Boosie crying hit the timeline faster than his music. Folks was acting like he ain't Boosie Badass no more. He was Boosie Babyface. Alright, so the reason Boosie was out here shouting hallelujah like he won the Super Bowl is because the court initially taught his case based on a slick little legal loophole. See, Boosie was charged as a felon in possession of a firearm. Normally, that's a wrap. You a felon, no guns, period. But the Ninth Circuit Court had just ruled that you can't hit every felon with that blanket ban. If you ain't violent, if you ain't out here doing drive-bys or armed robberies, you should still have Second Amendment rights. And Boosie, his record's heavy on the weed charges, distribution, non-violent. So his lawyer saw an opening like, yo, technically, he still got gun rights. Filed that motion, and the judge said, cool, you right, case dismissed. Now here's the part Boosie didn't know. The prosecutors had already beat that exact same motion in another case. They knew how to shut it down. They just didn't bother replying to Boosie's motion. Whether it was laziness or they had a bigger plan, they let that motion slide, didn't respond. And that's why the judge tossed it. Boosie thought that was God. It was probably just the Fed taking a vacation day. So now he out here thinking it's a divine victory. Whole time, the system just hit pause, not delete. So boom, Boosie out here thinking he's free, right? Talking about my haters got humbled, I beat the feds, and then bang, prosecutors spin the block.
Got it.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down,
That's great.
side effects like dizziness.
And I'm saying for him, and I hope his son don't do that much time. I hope his son get out.
They refiled the same damn gun charge. Boosie's like, wait, ain't that double jeopardy? Nah, homie, turns out the first dismissal was without prejudice. Translation, the court left the back door open. So legally, they can hit you with the same charge again.
So without prejudice,
and again,
okay.
Until they get the win or get bored.
That's kind of like how Melly
Boosie's
should
team tried
do.
to fight back. Filed motion saying it was vindictive prosecution. Basically, y'all just mad because I asked for my passport back. Like Boosie really said, they refiled because I wanted to go on vacation. Bruh. They also threw in the double jeopardy argument again, but the judge shut that down quick. Said they ain't violate nothing because the first case got dropped on a technicality, not because he was innocent. And to make it worse, his team didn't even follow up properly on the vindictive motion. The judge asked for a more detailed memo. Boosie's lawyers went MIA. Government out their response. Boosie's side stayed quiet. So the judge was like, I denied. Now the Fed's back in motion and Boosie standing there looking like, wait, y'all serious? Yeah, bruh, they dead serious. So if things weren't already ugly, the Feds made it worse. They ain't just refiled the same charge. They hit Boosie with a whole new one too. Now it's not just felon with a firearm, it's possessing a firearm with drugs or near drugs. That's like going from one plate to a whole combo meal, but instead of fries, you get 10 years.
You're wrong. You're fucking poor.
Court docs said it plain. Boosie's team tried to get both charges dropped using double jeopardy and that they mad I wanted my passport argument. But again, lawyers didn't follow up, didn't even finish the paperwork. Like, bruh, how you fighting the feds with incomplete homework? The judge looked at the situation like, I asked y'all for more info, y'all gave me crickets, so denied. Bro, this ain't just bad legal
See,
defense.
shit like this right here,
embarrassing.
but see, stuff like this make me think about like just being, just being on top of your game or whatever, whatever you're going through, bro. Like if it's a court case or whatever, bro, like stay on top of the business. Like it's called square biz, bro. You gotta stay on top of the game because at the end of the day, bro, like if you don't, you're going back to jail, bro, on some bullshit. You should have maybe got you some better lawyers. You got the money, bro. You got the money, bro. Maybe got you some better lawyers, but that right there, bro, is... Damn, they took the YouTube down. Oh Lord. See what they got going. All right, we're going to Puerto Flaco. This probably be the last one, man. I know I said that about 3 videos ago, but
Speaking of food, remember the first time I asked you out?
Oh my gosh.
You smell this? What's up, everyone? I'm Chef Jonathan.
And I'm Chef Ayana.
And this is Hail Mayo, presented by...
Aqua 100 just sent T Grizzly a severe warning to stop playing with him while living in LA. And he also crashed out on DJ Academics after Academics got on his bad side, playing the middleman between Whack 100 and T Grizzly. This entire situation started about 2 weeks ago when Baby Shooter, who is a Crip, I believe from Avalon Crips, he contacted Whack 100 from prison. Now, Baby Shooter got a lot of respect and love for Whack 100. He calls him Unc. So he tells Whack, hey, Unc, T Grizzly told on me I got the paperwork. Whack 100 did his research and then came to the internet to let the people know, hey, I got paperwork that T Grizzly told on my nephew, Baby Shooter.
October 16th, what Shooter telling me?
What's up, Unc? I got jury selection next week, and I got all my paperwork from cases from the lawyer and sent it home. We gonna expose that N-word.
Right? So last night, at 7:24,
my brother told me to send this to you.
I didn't know what it was. See, I respond, I say, what brother sent what? Because this number wasn't in my line, right? He said,
like he got mad at academics when academics showed him the picture of them. They took a picture of him in an airport.
Baby Shooter. I said, okay, that's nephew. Let me check it out. He said, all right. I read it. I said, is this T Grizzly telling on nephew? He said, all right. He said, yeah. So now Shooter got an ad charge now.
What ad charge was that?
Because he didn't have his charge. He just been fighting the shooting.
I think at one point there was a clip of Shooter talking about this T Grizzly robbery situation, and I feel like it was on our channel and we ended up having to take it down.
And listen, that's cool. And I'm gonna be real. I'm all for T Grizzly.
They did have to take it down because I think they were saying something about he had something to do with M.
Calling the police. Hear me.
After LA gang member robs his abode.
No.
The paperwork they're referring to is actually this one right here called the investigation report. Now, in this paperwork that Baby Shooter provided, the officer was saying that he spoke to T Grizzly and T Grizzly pointed him out of a photo lineup.
I'm on T Grizzly calling the police. Insurance reasons, you got to make a report.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Well, let's just be real.
That's how they get you. That's how they turn everybody into a snitch.
No. He called the police, make a report, you see the glass door broke. These things are missing, cool. Now, this where it went too far for me. He turned into video surveillance. He didn't have to do that. But okay, you did that. Where it really went too far with me is when he picked Baby Shooter out the lineup.
And so you know that to be a fact.
That's a fact.
How was T Grizzly in the house when Baby Shooter broke into the house?
No, but he said in the statement that Baby Shooter bragged about it.
You think he's talking about the podcast, or you think he's talking about?
I don't know when he bragged about it. And listen, I'm all for Baby Shooter if he did that. I mean, he know how I talk to him. I'm all for his little. If the police, okay, they see you bragging. You got this on in another picture, and the video look like the same hoodie. I'm all for the police put that together, right?
But why would T Grizzly even have like any authority to be picking somebody out of a lineup if he never saw them in real life?
Wack said, I'm all for the police to put that together. That's different.
He said he bragged about it and gave him his Instagram. So now you know what he looked like.
Well, he like hit him up personally.
It's on the paperwork.
So he DM'd him on
Shooter's
Instagram.
IG is on the paperwork.
LOL, I robbed your house. That's
Shooter's Instagram. He give him the Instagram. He get a police. He said this is his Instagram. So if somebody say this is Whack 100 Instagram.
Then they can, if you got your location on, they know your location at.
That person had already been on my Instagram. You know what I look like, all this.
And that's what that paperwork,
that's what it said.
T Grizzly was apparently very upset about this, like really upset and really mad. And this is the first time that I've seen like a mainstream artist decided that he was also gonna play the internet. Because T Grizzly like decided, okay, I'm gonna have my associates call in the DJ Academics live stream and do their own interviews so they could counteract the narrative that I'm a rat and I'm a snitch, right? So T Grizzly had this particular guy called Dogface. he called into DJ Academic's live stream, and he would say the paperwork is fake and T Grizzly didn't snitch.
I know you've seen most of this paperwork stuff that they're like floating around, but the allegations is that T Grizzly's house was robbed, and he went to the police, and he pointed out somebody in the lineup and pretty much snitched. What do you say?
All right, let's take it from the top. First of all, the paperwork that he put out his first was fake. He's now saying Whack 100, Whack Keisha's black calling. He's now saying that he put out paperwork that wasn't right on purpose in order to try to get T Grizzly to react. T Grizzly didn't react like he wanted him to, so he went to Plan B. Plan B was to continue to put the fake paperwork. One, the paperwork that they originally put out, paperwork was fake. We knew it was fake. It was structurally fake. The actual, he mentioned that the grammar was right.
So, like, I don't know if anybody that watched this video probably know about, just technology, period. Is it a way to fake paperwork, and how can you tell the actual difference?
No, the grammar wasn't right. The structure of the document wasn't right. The spacing wasn't right. It was just a total.
But it sounds like this dude here telling me, he's like, yeah, it don't look right. The paperwork didn't look right.
A third grader could see that it was fake. That's number one. Number two, the first clue is that the report was supposedly generated by an officer, an LAPD officer by the name of Hamilton. There was no first name associated with it. It was just Hamilton. His badge number was 231-9842. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to delve into that and see that there was no Hamilton on the LAPD police department from the Demonstration precinct or no other precinct with the badge number 321-9842. So when the question starts to flare about, hey, the name Hamilton is not matching his badge number. First of all, there's no LAPD officer with a 7-digit badge number. That's the first red flag. Number two, when they were challenged by that, they tried to preempt the whole argument by finding Officer Hamilton. So they found Officer Alan S. Hamilton, who just so happens to be the Deputy Chief of Police over the Detective Bureau. And they're saying that this is the guy, or this was the guy who came to T Grizzly's home on September blah, 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 to interview T Grizzly and his wife. Only problem with that act is that when you do your due diligence, your research, Alan S. Hamilton, the deputy chief of the Detective Bureau of the LAPD, his badge number is 108. If you want to delve further into it, his serial number is 27393. So that doesn't match either. That's number 4.
And this man goddamn going to the serial number on the man jail card. I don't know what's going on.
Number 5, at what point does the LAPD deputy police sheriff go to somebody's house to conduct a burglary investigation or a supplemental? Because the police report had already been entered.
Wack eventually calls back in. This dude of Wack 100 argued for about 15 minutes before Wack 100 hangs up. There's no need to play that argument, Brad, because it's nothing but cuss words back and forth, and it's all going to be muted. I'm not going to waste your time, okay? Just know this dude called in, Wack called in, they argued, Wack hung up, then Wack called back in and corrected the record, and I think he brought Baby Shooter on, or he played a voice note from Baby Shooter, and Wack is still doubling down, and Wack is still saying, no, the paperwork is not fake. He got the full work that T Grizzly is a rat. So these two sides have not came to no common ground. Wack is still calling T Grizzly a rat. T Grizzly is still saying that the work is fake. Now, here's where things get bad, though. Here's where Academics wakes up one day and he get a text message. The text message is from T Grizzly and his peoples. They claim that they call Wack 100 slipping.
The cowards, bro. Don't send me no picture of me and you ain't said nothing. You was a coward.
No. They sent it to me and they said they gave you a pass, and I'm like, yo, listen, that's my brother. Don't hurt my brother.
No, listen, don't play with me like that. T Grizzly, your mama. Now, listen, so you want to play like, bro? If look, this the coward shit, right?
Wait, did you see who took that picture?
I don't look at, if you're in the airport, right?
Yeah.
Get cracking. That means you's a coward.
Academics of WAC 100 is talking about this picture right here. So some T Grizzly associates seen WAC 100 at the airport, and he was with his wife, and they took a picture of WAC 100 and then sent to the academics like, hey, yeah, listen, man, we just gave WAC 100 a pass. In this specific situation regarding the airport, I think that was some coward stuff. I don't think you get any strikes.
I mean, bro, it looked like it was like what do I got a phone here somewhere? Yeah, we'll do this one. It looked like he said, look, you ain't like take that shit like you was ready for some smoke.
If you record somebody at the airport and then you wait for you guys to leave the airport and then say, yeah, we give that person, how do you know you gave them a pass when they never asked for it? I thought a pass has to be requested, right? Like,
yeah, cause he could have got active in that airport, but I don't think Watt would have had, like, just honestly, I don't think Watt would have just threw his damn freedom away for some niggas recording him in the airport. I don't
if I see
if they would have walked up on him like, you know.
And you say, man, bro, not right now, bro. Come on, bro. I'm with my family. Then that's me giving you a pass by moving on. Okay? That's me giving you a pass. But if you see me and you go out of your way not to be seen and you take a picture and then you leave and say,
yeah, like some sneaky shit. Like, it's like that sneaky shit. Like that, like just like a flip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the Ray-Ban glasses right here, man. These the Ray-Ban glasses, bro. Like they got the camera element and shit. Yeah. So that's what it is, bro.
Now, I'll be real with y'all, bro. All right? WAC 100's wife really loved that man. Bruh, we was at the Jason Lee Hollywood Impact Awards. I think she had on like a dress that was like the back could be like a back could be seen. She got a big WAC 100 tattoo on her back.
Would you like to watch sex movie videos? I recently found an amazing app that lets you watch unlimited sex movie videos for free. It's very.
I don't know what that is.
That's not one of the fragile ones that you think you about to pull up on WAC and you about to like outnumber WAC. Bro, I'll be real, bro. Yo, she might shoot you before WAC shoots you, man. All right, and if it's at the airport, man, she might grab some type of bro, she getting down. So I don't feel like that would have been the easy W they thought it would be. But anyway, because they never really announced themselves, I don't think they can really claim the victory, right? But WAC 100 tells them, listen, you did not give me no pass. But then secondly, he wants to make sure that T Grizzly is claiming that he is sending those people at him.
You see me in the airport, you didn't say nothing. You didn't say, "Whack, let's go to the bathroom." You're a coward. You're a coward. Listen, if I see it that I want to get at, I'm going to get at it if that's what I want to do. If it's a time and place I don't want to get at it, I'm not going to take a picture and say, see what I could have did. Now use a... Like you didn't say nothing. You didn't say a word. That means I had to leave the counter, right? Maybe
they trying to send you a warning or something.
Ain't no warning. That's T Grizzly said that?
No.
Right there. You telling me that's a threat with T Grizzly?
No.
He right there off the 118 freeway in Port Ranch for the day.
I'm going off the picture. Listen, I'm going to the picture of the message. The message says, tell that nigga WAC we let him skate. I don't know who we is.
That ain't let me listen.
That's not from T Grizzly though. That's from like his man.
Listen.
His man said he lets me skate, WAC.
Listen to me.
According to the message. That's
anybody who sees me and gonna approach me, they got a problem with me, and takes a picture from 30 feet away.
Paparazzi.
Use a coward.
Ooh.
You're a coward.
Okay. All right.
Your mother gave birth to a nigga. You are a son of a bitch. Literally.
Just don't let R&B pop the nigga, because I can tell R&B's moving around.
I ain't worried about nothing, bro. We ain't worried. Listen to me, bro. Every nigga know, you know, you done seen me a million times. You can pop that shit. But when you see me, you know nigga's gonna be a problem. Nigga, we ain't trying to do no, listen.
Mike is born and raised on the West Coast. T Grizzly is from Detroit. T Grizzly left Detroit because that was a smart thing to do. If you're from Detroit and you got a lot of odds, you're not a millionaire. You don't want to live in a place where you got to look over your shoulders. So now you move to LA. Now I understand if you're T Grizzly, bro, Wack is picking with me. Wack exposed me. It's not cool. It's not fair. I ain't never said nothing bad about Wack. We don't got an issue with it. He keeps effing with me. Cool. You can feel that way. But where I would say it's not really wise is to get into the business of now saying, yo, it's war, it's beef, it's violence. Yeah, I got people looking for you. That's not really smart or wise. Because regardless of what you think about Wack is born and raised here. Wack has...
Yeah, you don't want to do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I'm not, I ain't on no hate type shit, bro. But T Grizzly, be careful with that, bro. With that Wack 100 thing, because you never know where it could lead to. So just be careful, bro. I'll tell you that.
Allies. Wack got friendships. Wack got people who love him too, right? like, not everybody hates Wack, bro. Like, I know that's what y'all think, but listen, trust, not everybody hates Wack, bro. So if Wack has allyships, people who love him, and now you're openly saying, yo, I got people looking for you. I'm sending out threats. Do you really want to involve yourself now in like a war on the West Coast? When you left Detroit to avoid wars, when you left Detroit to avoid the beef and the conflicts? I don't think it's wise, because when you are an out-of-towner, you don't really know how to navigate the West Coast. And you kind of have to have people around you who are going to lead you on the right direction. So now if you're T Grizzly, you start this conflict, you start this war, and you let Wack know he has violence. Now guess what? You now got to roll with 100 dudes everywhere, right? You now got to...
Damn. Like, you brought the heat on, you put the green light on yourself, basically.
Have dudes
that's
that
what
probably came to the West Coast, and now they're on payroll. And now you're spending unnecessary money to keep dudes around, and I just don't think it's wise at all, okay? Now, that's the subtle warning that Wack just sent to T Grizzly. Hey, we know where you stay, we know where you live. Is it really that? Let me know. So if it's that, then it's that. Now, academics got in Wack 100's crosshair because the guy Dogface made a video, and academics played the video on stream, and Wack 100 thought that academics just betrayed him or backstabbed him.
And so they sent me these videos and they said, tell Wack we're raising the stakes to $500,000.
I'm gonna let him keep waiting.
Hey, hold on, everybody. Hey, listen, what the f*** you like responding to you? You don't gotta respond to you. You gotta respond. We ain't gotta respond to you. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I was there for his first steps, his first words, his first days of school. Yeah, with a brand new learner's permit.
Now, I didn't play that part because that's when he starts going off on Wack 100's wife. It's not even about like me not wanting to upset Wack. No, I actually have a pretty good relationship with like Wack's wife. Like whenever she sees me, she is always welcoming. She always treats me with respect. So I'm not gonna play an audio of this dude berating her, okay? But when academics plays it on stream, Wack 100 gets really upset and begins to crash out when DJ Academics started playing that.
Every time he think of my woman, he just want a reaction, bro. And go, come on. I don't even know why you play that kind of shit. You want some fake brother shit. I'm starting to look at you weird now, man.
Wack, you're asking about paperwork.
Disrespecting your girl, I wouldn't play it, but I'm gonna keep it that.
Wack, I didn't know what they said on. I didn't know what they said on the video. Listen, I'll send you the text. I'll post the text next. They said, only thing they said in the text, they said, because they're acting like they're calling me out. And I'm like, I ain't calling y'all this.
What I'm telling you is that stop doing that, bro. That ain't cool.
What?
When you see my girl, don't say nothing to her. I can respect that.
What? You're changing the subject. This is not about your girl.
No, I'm not. I act. I'm keeping it gangster with you.
What? They're asking.
You my woman and you honor her. Stop doing that. Everybody in your chat knows you's a fake ass for doing that kind of shit. Every time you see R&B, you honor and salute her, bro.
You're changing the. You're changing.
No. I'm addressing something as a man.
Okay. Okay, cool. I didn't hear it.
Stop getting like.
Okay, well, I didn't hear the audio. No, you're changing the subject though.
Let me ask you a question. What R&B got to do with this?
Okay.
Because what we do now is over T Grizzly rights. T Grizzly. This could go both ways. Control your man. I'm gonna fuck over your dog face. We about 8 minutes ran through that.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm telling you, if you treat my woman and you respect her the way you do, stop playing that kind of shit on your platform. It ain't cool, homie.
All right, what? Yeah, all right. Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm coming at you as a man, though.
Okay, yeah, but what? I think you're changing the subject in the.
I'm not changing it. I'm addressing what a man's supposed to address.
Oh, okay. All right.
You supposed to be good. You just see my woman. You walked up on her, you hugged her, you honored and respect her. What the my woman got to do with this? So why would you play that part of it, homie?
What? They sent me 3 videos. I didn't even watch it.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying. I didn't watch the videos.
Okay, I played it live.
I played it live. I didn't know it. I didn't hear it before. When they send the text message, and I just posted the text message.
I just pray for peace, man. Now, I do understand why Wack is upset at Act, and I didn't think even academics understand. That's why I can take it away. Now, all I can say, man, is I'm praying for peace, man. All right. Once the women start to get involved, once you start pulling up on people, taking pictures, I just pray for peace.
Peace is inevitable.
And this situation is getting out of hand very quickly. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all believe that T Grizzly is really a snitch? Do y'all think that T Grizzly ended up handling it the right way by
that was clown-like behavior. Hold on, this starts from 60-some minutes ago. Let's see what happened.
One of the reasons I love fall is because if you don't like the weather, just wait a couple hours.
So Zohran Mamdani just became the first Muslim mayor of New York City. And 50 Cent, who is a New York native, is not too happy about that. In fact, he just posted this on his Instagram, saying, "Rest in peace to New York City."
And my job as someone who believes deeply in the public sector is to ensure that we're delivering public excellence. And that means every dollar that we raise, I want to be able to prove to you that it's every dollar that's being well spent. That's the relationship there. And I do have to say, even though we have a disagreement on tax policy, every time I get a death threat, I still listen to many men.
And Republicans actively protect pedophiles.
DL Hughley just went off on 50 Cent. And let's be real, he didn't hold back for a second. DL's out here calling out the hypocrisy in Hollywood, saying he's tired of rich celebs pretending they still care about the everyday people. He said it straight. The second someone actually tries to push policies that could help regular folks, these same celebs start acting like the world's ending. And honestly, he's got a point. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you already know that Zoltan Mamdani just made history as New York City's new mayor. The first Muslim mayor ever elected and one of the most progressive voices the city's seen in years. The man hasn't even unpacked his boxes in City Hall yet. And somehow 50 Cent is already declaring that New York is done for. Like, really? He's moving like the city just collapsed overnight. DL caught wind of that and immediately started firing off shots. Not the playful kind either, but the type that sting because they're true. He's exposing 50 for acting like a man of the people while living the billionaire lifestyle.
The working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands.
So they're basically saying, Mamdani or whatever, he won't the working class, and you know he wanted to be good for New York.
Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands.
DL basically said, you can't be crying about taxes when you're eating steak on a private jet, and the internet lit up after that. People started calling out 50's double standards, saying he loves to post about getting the bag, but suddenly panics when policies shift toward helping those who don't have one. So here's where it all started. Zoran Mamdani's historic win. The man's campaign was all about rent freezes, affordable housing, and free public transit, things that could actually make life easier for working families instead of giving more breaks to the already rich. But that's exactly what triggered 50. Right after the election results came in, 50 hopped online and posted a photo of a tombstone that said RIP NYC with the year of death marked as 2025. Like, bro, chill. The man's just trying to fix the system. Oh, not bury it. After that little online meltdown, 50 Cent decided to double down and post a picture of himself out to dinner with his crew, captioning it, "Escape NYC, from New York, hit the road. All the roads lead to Shreveport." Like, he really meant it. He's making it sound like New York's a sinking ship, and he's the last one escaping with the lifeboat. And if you don't already know, Shreveport isn't just some random city he picked. It's the spot where 50's been building his brand new empire. See, down in northwestern Louisiana, 50's turning Shreveport into his own version of Hollywood. Through G-Unit Film and Television, he's leased massive studio spaces, announced a $50 million entertainment district, and is out here calling it the new heart of his business kingdom.
Here's what's interesting to me. So Mamdani is going to be the new mayor of New York, the 34-year-old kid. Like I said, I live in New York. I couldn't vote in that election, but if I could, it would have been
Yeah, 34. I ain't know he was that young.
But here's what I really don't understand. The man who is actively trying to use hunger to get his political way, saying that people won't have food unless they do his political bidding, is saying that the man who wants to make rent cheaper, public transportation cheaper, and food cheaper is the one who is ruining America. So the man who wants to starve you to get what he wants thinks that the dude who wants to feed you, house you, and make you able to get around cheaper is the horrible one. That tells you everything you need to know about what we are.
Basically, he's telling everyone that if they want to work with him, chase opportunities, or get a piece of his next big project, they better start packing their bags for Shreveport. He's painting it like the new city of dreams, except this one's got his name stamped all over it. But here's the real question everyone's asking. Why is 50 so pressed about Mamdani's win? The man hasn't even been sworn in yet, and 50's already acting like it's the end of New York. Turns out, it's all about the money. Mamdani's new plan hits the rich where it hurts. He's raising the income tax by 2% for anyone pulling in over $1 million a year, and bumping the corporate rate to around 11.5% exclamation mark. He's also talking about fixing that broken property tax system that's been letting billionaire penthouses pay less than families in the Bronx. Mamdani even said he wants to shift the tax pressure off working class neighborhoods and onto those luxury streets like Central Park South, the same ones where condo owners get tax breaks for living in.
So, like, this man look like he's trying to change the whole infrastructure, like, and he doing it in New York. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Buildings worth more than most people will ever see in their lives, and that's what set 50 off. He's mad because for the first time, someone's calling out how unfair the system's been. And instead of joining the conversation, he's out here crying RIP NYC like it's a funeral. The funniest part, the internet didn't let him slide. People tore him up in the comments, calling him out for acting like a victim while sitting on millions. They basically said, "You're not escaping NYC, you're escaping taxes." And the whole comment section turned into a roast session he couldn't run from. The comment section went absolutely wild after 50's post. It turned into a straight up drag fest. People were flooding his page, calling him out for being a sellout and forgetting where he came from. One user said, guy who sold crack to his community suddenly cares about their well-being. Another commenter came in hot, reminding him that when he got shot 9 times, his hospital bills were covered by taxpayer-funded programs. Someone else chimed in with, your grandma was on food stamps. And another person took a savage jab saying, won't be long before he's in Tel Aviv kissing the wall, LOL. It was chaos in the replies.
Damn.
Style and substance.
Damn.
In the GMC Sierra.
And 50's usual tough guy energy suddenly went quiet. That's when DL Hewley decided to step in and make things even louder. He dropped a message straight to 50 and he didn't sugarcoat a single word. DL said, it's wild to see people like 50 who came from the struggle now crying over policies made to help the same folks they used to be. And honestly, that hit hard. He was basically saying, how you gonna build your whole image off surviving the streets, then turn around and cry when someone tries to make things better for the people still stuck in that same grind? DL didn't stop there either. He went on to call out the entire circle of rich celebrities who've been silent about the real issues, like when Trump cut food stamps and literally used hunger as a political tool. DL said none of them had anything to say back then, but now that Mamdani's trying to help working families and fix broken systems, suddenly everyone's panicking like the sky's falling. It's that double standard that DL was tired of, and people were cheering him on in the comments like he just said what everyone's been thinking. And then came the best part. Mamdani himself decided to clap back at 50. When 50 joked that he paid Mamdani $285,750 just to make him leave NYC, Mamdani laughed it off like a pro and said, but 50's still mad about those taxes. That response went viral instantly. It was calm, clever, and just the right amount of shade. Everyone was saying Mamdani handled the situation like a boss, while 50 looked pressed over pennies compared to his millions. After that, 50 Cent kept the energy going by posting a clip of Mamdani's response right on his IG.
What I would say to you, 50, if you are indeed watching, or anyone else who's watching this show, is I continue to think that having the top 1% of New York City, or making more than $1 million a year, having them pay 2% more for an economic agenda that would transform every New Yorker's life, including their own, is something that is worthwhile. I have to say, even though we have a disagreement on tax policy, every time I get a death threat, I still listen to Many Men.
It's true. Well, you take Many Men for motivation. I was going to say your answer sounds a little bit like clickety clank, the money goes into my piggy bank.
Wow.
And if we had more time, we'd do more 50.
And of course, he had to double down with that same caption again. All roads lead to Shreveport. But here's where things get interesting. What 50 did there is a textbook example of a scare tactic. Every time someone mentions raising taxes on the rich, these big names start threatening to pack up and leave like they're fleeing the apocalypse. But come on, that bluff is older than disco. New York's been hearing that same "we're leaving" speech since the 1970s. And guess what? They almost never actually go anywhere. Because at the end of the day, they know exactly where the real money flows. Right here in New York City. Let's break it down. Take Bill Ackman, for example, the billionaire hedge fund manager who went on a full campaign to destroy Zoltan Mamdani's name. He didn't just disagree with his policies, he took it to the gutter. Ackman shared racist posts, called Mamdani a...
This is crazy.
Radical danger to the city, and told everyone he moved to Florida the second Mamdani won. He was doing interviews, tweeting warnings, and basically painting Mamdani like some cartoon villain about to destroy Wall Street. But then the election results came in. Mamdani won fair and square. And what did Ackman do? The complete opposite of what he promised. The moment Mamdani was announced as the new mayor, Ackman suddenly switched tones and tweeted, Zoran Mamdani, congrats on the win. Now you have a big responsibility. If I can help NYC, just let me know what I can do. Like, what? The same guy who swore he'd flee to Florida is now offering to help the man he just tried to destroy? That's wild. So yeah, let's be real. It was never about leaving. These threats to escape New York are nothing but noise to scare voters and keep taxes low for the rich. They talk tough when the cameras are on, but when reality hits, they stay right where the cash is. Because for all the talk about packing up, no one's walking away from the city that made them rich in the first place. It was never about actually leaving. It was about scaring people before the election. That's the oldest trick in the billionaire playbook. Every time there's even the slightest shift in power, the rich start crying doom and gloom. They roll up the same tired lines. We're gonna flee. The economy's about to crash. Businesses will die. acting like they're the ones being victimized. But let's be honest, they're not going anywhere. These billionaires need New York. This is where the real deals happen, where their companies operate, where investors wine and dine, and where influence runs deep. You can't recreate that magic in Florida or Louisiana, no matter how.
Yeah, they were. I think they right about that. New York is that city. That's why there's a lot of things that
How low
happen
the
in
tax
that
rates
city
are.
happen.
So what do? Instead? They bluff. They scream about escaping the city just to put pressure on politicians and scare voters into submission. And when that doesn't work, they suddenly switch up, smile for the cameras, and act like they were supportive the whole time. That's exactly what happened with Bill Ackman. And now 50 Cent's playing the same game. Both of them tried to spin fear into control, making regular folks believe the sky was falling, when in reality, they just didn't want their pockets touched. And here's the real irony. The second you even mention taxing a fraction of their wealth, they start pretending to care about working class struggles. They'll post about protecting jobs and saving the city, but it's all smoke and mirrors because at the end of the day, they're still right here, sitting pretty and richer than ever. That's the truth they don't want anyone to say out loud. Now about that other claim, when 50 said Mamdani wanted to defund the police, that's pure misinformation. If 50 had actually taken 2 minutes to read Mamdani's policies, he'd know the man never said that. Mamdani talked about rebalancing the city's budget, shifting funds toward housing, mental health, and community development instead of endlessly dumping millions into a police department that still can't stop crime. That's not some anti-police purge, that's common sense. Cities that invest in people instead of punishment see less crime.
That's true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Put the money back into the community and you're going to make it better.
Not more. It's about prevention, not panic, and that's something 50 clearly missed while posting memes about tombstones. And that's a fact, because while 50's whole post plays right into that old fear-mongering story, the one where the rich supposedly pack up and leave the second taxes rise, the only people that fear benefits are the ones sitting at the top. Let's be real, while everyday New Yorkers are stressing about rent, delays, and grocery prices, 50's out here worried about a small tax hike he could easily afford from his mansion in Houston. That's the exact disconnect D.L. Hewley was talking about. The moment when someone who built their whole legacy on get rich or die trying suddenly flips the script and acts like the real problem is poor folks trying to survive. At the end of the day, this whole thing goes way beyond just 50 Cent or one billionaire crying online. It's about a pattern that's been running the game for decades. Rich people trying to scare everyone else into believing that progress is somehow dangerous. Every time someone like Mamdani steps up and talks about helping regular people, about fair housing, public transit, and a system that doesn't crush the working class, they lose their minds. It's wild how the idea of fairness shakes the same people who swear they built themselves from the ground up. And the funniest part, the same ones yelling RIP New York are the same ones still here, cashing checks, making deals, and living off the city they claim is dead. They're not leaving, they're just scared to share a little piece of the pie. So what do you think about all this? Do you agree with 50 that Mamdani's plan is going to destroy New York? Or do you think 50 is just another one who forgot where he came from once the money started rolling in? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. In a Chevy of their choice. It all comes together in Chevrolet. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Here's why your visuals look, well, flat, and our Photoshop tool can help you with that. My client wanted to see the architecture, so let's make a mock-up. So here's why your visuals kind of flop. They show the building, the pavement, maybe a sad little tree, but no life. But here's where Photoshop new harmonized feature comes in. You can drop in people, trees, even random things, and it magically blends everything. The lighting, the shadows, the vibe, it just all clicks. And just take a look at that. Suddenly your visual isn't just a drawing anymore, it's a story, a real space that feels alive. That's how your design starts to stand out. This saves me so much time and lets me get back to my clients way faster. Download Photoshop and try Harmonize to unlock your storytelling.
Hey man, y'all can hit me in the comment cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, hit notification. Peace and one.